Yeah, welcome to We're Just Some Messages podcast. Of course, I am Mike.
What's happening? It's Marcus.
What's going on, my brother? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Just out here, just moving and grooving. Sunday is kind of look a little gray outside, but it's all good.
It's all good. It's all good, man. I'm doing pretty good as well, man. I can't complain, man. End of the month coming up, so we're coming into the second to last month of the year. So November is right around the corner, man. And also, we got the big election coming up soon as well. That's coming up very soon. So you know how that's about to be. It's about to be real hectic as far as the debates and all this other shit. But, I don't pay that shit no mind on social media, none of that shit.
About to be.
I'm staying grounded when it comes to them type topics, man. I don't got the patience.
But, man, it's already being shaken up. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, the shit that's leading to this, the shit that, you see on Instagram and the social medias, even down to the commercials, it's like, bruh, this shit is non-stop until it's time to vote.
I mean, the text messages is still coming through.
I get local text messages from voting locally to presidential. Like,
I mean, I take it like any. This will probably be like so I've lived through as an adult 2012, 16, 23 elections. This be my fourth election, so same shit, different year in my opinion, bro. Ain't shit gonna change if either side get in office. I've been firm on that. People keep talking about, Trump can't win, Trump win, and all this. Bro, we already experienced Trump for 4 years. Ain't shit gonna change.
Man, I be trying
to be the same shit.
I be trying to tell my uncle this. My uncle is so big on like, you need to vote for Trump. Vote for Kamala and this. So I'm like, dog, that shit. He was like, because I'm like, bro, it's like the lesser two evils. He was like, well, which one is more evil? It's like, my nigga, I should not have to choose the lesser of two evils every single time the voting come around, bro.
I really want to sit down and ask motherfuckers who've been voting for 40-something years, like, this is the method you've been rolling with all this time.
But certain people, when I'm starting to realize,
like that's what's really irking me is like, my nigga, y'all been doing this shit for 40s, especially black people, because we Democratic loyal, and this ain't really about to be no political podcast, but we closing on that time, but I don't get that shit, man.
I don't get it neither, bro, because at the end of the day, dog, how does this really? The change ain't really, you're not going to really see nothing. We've been voting for how long and nothing is still changed. But certain people, what I'm starting to realize is, depending on your economy, depending on, not economy, depending on like your class, is really going to say a lot. Because I'll be honest, my uncle is, he's well off. Mm-hmm. He's doing good. He's doing good for himself. My uncle's in the military. He's well off. So he's so every time I talk to him about it, it's like I'm hearing this perspective. It's like, well, you really don't got shit to worry about because, my nigga, you're already set. Like, you're fine.
How old is your uncle?
My uncle's 60, uncle probably like 62, maybe 62, 63.
All right.
But it was like, bro, you're fine. Like, you're going to be, regardless, you're going to be straight however this shit go. You know what I'm saying? And then he was, talking about, if your girlfriend get pregnant and she don't want the baby, under Trump, you can't get an abortion. And
where did you get that from? You can still go to it. That's not true.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just sitting there looking at this nigga. I'm like, bro.
You can still get abortions done, bro.
Bro, this man.
They was trying to push like a 6-week type shit. I remember that was a thing, and that shit got shut the fuck down. But there'll never be a day I don't see where they completely eliminating abortions. That cannot happen, bro.
Bro, but but that's what I'm telling you, bro. The fearmonger shit, man.
Yeah, it's a fearmonger shit. It's a fearmonger shit, bro. I was talking to my mans about that yesterday. I'm like, that's all it is. And, the slander towards, of course, us as black men and all this other shit, when they don't even know that. I always say white women dictate the outcomes.
Yeah, because they be the ones that...
They really are the ones. Like, they outnumber us. It ain't on black people. And I'm talking about men and women, bro. Like, at the end of the day, we're not dictating who the winner of this shit is. But people spend their times. We need to get back to the days where you didn't discuss that shit for real. But it's social media, so you can't really put relegations on that. But it's just like, I filter out a lot of that shit. You know me. Like, I done got to a point when it comes to social media, bro. If I don't want to see it, I can't see it.
Yeah, my boy.
I be scrolling. Oh, not interested. I never see that shit again. Scrolling, not interested. Don't see that shit again. Twitter, they got to get better with their block feature and their mute words. But other than that, especially the block feature, it's amazing how you can still go to somebody's page and still see their shit. Like I could see somebody could quote tweet something, and I don't even know I got this page blocked. And I go to the page, oh, you had this page. I had this page blocked for a reason, bro.
I shouldn't be able to see that.
I should not be able to see this shit. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But that's the beauty of social media. If you don't want to see that shit no more, boom, relationship topics, not interested. Mm-hmm. Get that shit out of here. I'm not trying to see that shit. Hey. If y'all ever see a series of tweets of me talking about relationships, block me. Because something going on in that page. I done got hacked or something.
You're hacked. Hey man, you speaking of like presidential, like you see the ad they ran where they did like the balloon pop shit?
I did see that when they was talking about how, oh yeah, I'm 6'5", I got 6 figures. Yeah. Oh, I wish you vote. Oh, I'm not voting. Pop, pop. Unrealistic shit, bro. This is that pandering shit I'm talking about though.
Yeah.
They be playing in niggas' faces, but niggas will spend all day arguing about nothing on either side, trying to convince the other side to vote for it. Like, bro, that's not realistic. That's not realistic, and you playing in niggas' faces. If anything, you should take that as a sign of disrespect.
Yeah, because this is what they kind of view you as. Like, this how they view you at your intelligent level. Like, oh,
that's up there with that vote or die shit back in 2004. Like, come on, bro.
Man, hey, man, who put Diddy behind that? Because I know Diddy wasn't behind that. Somebody had to put that nigga behind that. Not everything.
He was promoting that shit like a motherfucker, though. He's one of the greatest promoters we ever seen.
Yeah.
He was behind that shit strong. Yeah. I got a Peep Sean's documentary on Hulu too, actually.
It already came out?
It should be out already. Yeah, it's out. I think it is out.
Oh,
it came out November. No. Does it come out in November? Or
I think it comes out in November, bro. I think it come out in November.
Okay. Well, I got a peep regardless, but I mean, it's just it's a whole bunch of pandering, bro. Yeah. That's all it really be at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck about it because at the end of the day, I'm more focused on the local shit. Mm-hmm. But that president shit ain't moving no needles. Because you know what bugs me out? Every time you ask somebody who defending their candidate, oh, why didn't get this done? Why didn't get this? Well, Congress this, Congress that. Well, why the fuck are we voting for president then? Because y'all pick and choose when the president want to, display his power on the shit that he can do. Mm-hmm. So it's some things that he can do.
Yeah.
Then on the other side, when I ask you about the shit that I feel like should get done, it's Congress. Yeah. Well, it seems to me that Congress be running this shit. And I'm being sarcastic right now, but niggas know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you always want to deflect to Congress, then why the fuck are we voting for a president? Congress running this shit.
Because the president is the mouthpiece for the Congress.
He's a puppet, bro.
Yeah, basically.
Essentially, he's a fucking puppet.
Yeah.
So we sitting up here, we having these arguments, we disrespecting each other, we calling out people's name. We got to get back to the days like on the jobs when it was like, we're not discussing politics or religion. You getting fired if you discuss politics and religion.
Bro, people talk to you so flagrantly online when you have a disagreement with them as far as their,
political. Oh,
political
yes.
stance, dog. People
judge
flagrant. They get
and honestly. As a human being, you can't help but to judge somebody based off the political differences. My thing is you don't got to vocalize it.
Yeah, but I mean, just because you have a stance on one thing don't mean you don't.
But see, people don't they don't view it like that, and that's the thing. Some people don't view it like that. Some people may take your financial views politically and hold that as the same weight as your views socially, politically. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people view it as different. Some people hold it the same. Oh, you believe funding should go to this? Then the motherfucker be talking about racism and be like, oh, no, that shit ain't that important. No, nigga, that shit is that important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have their certain views when it comes to certain shit.
I mean, it's just like we can get to a point to where, yeah, you might not agree with me on this, but I can agree with you on this, and then we could just come to agree to disagree on this. Like, it don't got to be, oh, you don't like this? You not this? Oh, shit. Everything that you talked about from your political don't mean nothing no more. Like, that shit is wiped out. Once you agree with this certain thing, everything else is wiped off. Mm-hmm. Like, we don't even, like, nigga, we don't want to hear you no more. Like, it's like, bro, because honestly, that's not how the world works.
It's never going to work like that.
The world don't even work like that. This shit is never really black and white. This shit is a big area of gray. But I digress, man. But motherfuckers be so smart.
I don't know nothing. Don't know nothing. Like I said, I'm not 100% all knowing when it comes to politics. I'd be a liar to say that. Yeah. But I know some of the basics, and I got common sense. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And I apply logic to a lot of shit when it comes to political talking points. So if something don't make sense to me, maybe I don't have the range. Okay, cool. But some of this shit that we be arguing, I know for a fact does not apply to a lot of these conversations. Bro.
At all.
A lot of shit don't make sense. Like, yeah, I'm going to keep it basic. Like, what is this motherfucker going to be doing for us as black people? We black people have been in this country for years now, years, generations on generations on generations on generations. At some point, where do we get to a point where we start holding these motherfuckers accountable for making promises that they don't upheld? Don't tell me that you about to implement this shit when you was just a vice president for 4 years and you didn't try to implement none of this shit. You didn't do it.
Yeah.
You shut the fuck up for 4 years. That's what you did. We ain't heard from you all this time Joe was in office.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So now all of a sudden you're gonna be implementing these things. Some of them things, to me, it's not really moving the needle.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion. It ain't about her being a woman or not. And this not me advocating for Trump because I don't give a fuck about him neither. I saw what he did in office for 4 years. That's other shit that kills me. When you go against the Democratic Party, they automatically think that you for Republican.
Yeah.
I'm not for Trump. I don't give a fuck about Trump. Trump showed me he wasn't shit for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
You get what? So this is not me advocating, but you can't sell me on her.
Yeah.
You can't. Then you get mad at me for asking questions. I've already seen what Trump has done. She's new here.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, she somewhat ain't new.
Yeah, because she's been vice president for 4 years, but I haven't heard her say, hey, as a vice president, I want to try to go and make this change. I want to try to bring this up. I want to, I ran this past Joe. I ain't never heard her say
Never said shit. Now all of a sudden you're supposed to be implementing funding for black men and cryptocurrency protection. Bruh, but I think it's fucking bullshit because niggas don't give a fuck about no cryptocurrency.
I'm about to say, anytime a motherfucker bring up cryptocurrency and it comes to
where the real bread at?
Thank you. Thank you. Where's the real
bread?
change?
The bread that you sending over to Ukraine and shit. Where that type of money at?
I need that in my hand. I don't need digital currency. I need that shit that
dog. Protection for blacks against police brutality. School high functioning school programs, after school high functioning programs for low impoverished communities.
Yeah.
And reparations. Those are my three main things.
Yeah. I mean, the education.
I ain't asking for much.
Yeah.
The educational part is big, especially in these low impoverished communities, bro.
To me, that's really the biggest because that's really the root of everything.
Yeah, that's where it starts.
Yeah, that's where everything starts. So that should really be a major focus.
Kids shouldn't even be going to schools that don't even look good visually. That plays on their mental.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Not saying that this school has been looking bad, but I went to Latson Elementary. They about to build a new school. They building a new school behind the school right now.
Oh, word.
You can go drive past it and see it. Mm-hmm. I went to that school in 2002.
Yeah.
That's the same school I was going to in 2002. Not saying that it was bad.
It just looked the same.
It just looks the same.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Not saying they probably didn't do upgrades inside, but they're getting a brand new school.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? This shit look good from outside, like from the graphics I've seen.
Yeah.
They're actually building the school. Every school that a child is going to should have that type of pride in it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, man.
That matters.
Yeah, of course. I mean, because people, when a kid goes to school, he's going to be like, man,
pay the teachers more money.
Yeah, I'm in a learning environment. Definitely,
it's a domino effect, bro. Teachers should be some of the highest paid people for the shit that they got to put up. And I'm talking about from K to 12.
Yeah, because in each elementary, middle, high school, each of those, those three have its own sets of challenges that a teacher has to face. So, I don't think it should be like a crazy pay difference between the three, but they definitely should be getting paid at a higher rate than they are now because I ain't gonna lie, teacher salary is bullshit.
Oh, definitely, for sure.
Compared to what they should be making. Like, literally, these people they should be looked in the same vein as a doctor or a lawyer.
Correct.
Like,
they're setting up the kids for the future, man.
Yeah, basically, bro. Because, like, at the end of the day, if you have a great teacher, my nigga, you're going to produce some great students who are going to be great people in society. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the thing that we kind of miss. Like, was like, bro, a lot of these kids nowadays, I'm not trying to knock the youth, but, bro, even when it comes down to small things, like I've said, customer service, these little niggas don't know how to do shit.
Reading.
These little niggas know how to do shit.
Reading is very important.
I'm sorry. They just don't know how to do shit.
Some of them can't read on a 4th grade level, bro.
But can handle this motherfucker like it's no tomorrow, though. Yeah. They know all the ins and outs of this motherfucker. But if you ask them to read a paragraph,
get the stutter.
Hands onto the words, like, come on, bro. Like, certain shit, I'm just like, like, when you send I think you sent the video in the group when the motherfucking Timberwolves players were getting on a plane and none of these niggas knew where Egypt was located out on the continent, bro. Like, I understand you're a millionaire.
Third grade geography, bro.
I understand you're a millionaire. I understand y'all don't get paid for that shit. But some shit is bruh.
The nigga McDanielson, man, I don't do school. I do, nigga, that's third grade shit.
How the fuck you that shows me that them boy been passing your ass.
And it was a trick question. Cause she asked what she said the continent of Egypt is located where. I think it was a trick geography question though. And people was like, anybody with smart would have been like, that's not a continent. That's a country for one, and that's located. I think that's why they was asking it just to play on people. Yeah. I gotta actually go find that shit, but that's basic third grade geography, bro.
Bro, and if people do not know,
a lot of these athletes ain't. That's why I say you gotta just appreciate these niggas and they art.
Yes,
a lot of these niggas is not smart, bro.
Egypt, I just want to let y'all boys know, Egypt is located in the continent of Africa. I just want to let y'all know that.
Yeah, Egypt is not a continent itself.
She asked not a continent itself. It's located in Africa.
Yeah, that shit is motherfuckers is dumb.
I'm just
that
like
stupid. Stupid as hell. These niggas don't know shit but how to dribble a basketball. Don't look up to these niggas. Just appreciate them in their art form, man. Yeah. You don't know these niggas. But moving on, man. We gotta say RIP to DJ Clark Kent, man. We gotta start off with that, man. I mean, a legend in two spaces, man. Mm-hmm. Two worlds, in the sneaker world and in the rap game, man. His name holds weight. You don't really got to deep dive into it, but we all know the contributions he made to hip hop. Definitely was influential in Biggie's career. Definitely in Jay-Z's career. He was one who introduced Hov to Big. We was able to get a classic record with Hov and Big. Actually, a few of them, but he produced Brooklyn's Finest. Mm-hmm. I mean, we could just go on and on and on, bro. Like,
and I didn't know that he actually introduced Jay. Well, I think Dame to Jay.
Yeah.
So he's man. Shout out to Clark Kent. Part of hip hop, hip hop history, a big piece of the culture and the fabric. And I just like to see everybody who was showing him that love that he needs, putting him up to that high standard, in both worlds. Because in the sneaker world, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, bro, me, I'm an Air Force One guy, so he was like one of the top dogs in that shit, just like a real big, just a sneaker connoisseur, but an Air Force One connoisseur, so
he got some classics, bro.
Yeah,
he did just going through some Coming of Age, Sky's the Limit.
Classic.
I Need You Tonight by Junior Mafia. That's a classic record. R.I.P. to Aaliyah. Guess Who's Back by Rakim. Ooh. Brooklyn's Finest, How We Roll Cannabis, Super High.
Ooh, Ross. Well, he did that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard.
Players Anthem by Junior Mafia, just to name some of them.
Boy, that's 4 classics right there, boy. Mm-hmm. That's 4 or 5 classics right there. Mm-hmm. Damn, man.
The Chubster by Chubb Rock. Mm-hmm. Oh, so, I mean, Clark Kent, RIP to him, man. I remember last week, it was some rumors going around that he hadn't passed, but he was battling colon cancer for about 3 years. Silently, he was, because I didn't even know he had that.
But if you look at his face, you could tell, because every time, I know
he's losing weight. Yeah,
my grandfather had cancer. He had a chubby face, and like as the time went on, my grandfather's face got thinner and thinner. Mm-hmm. So I kind of know the signs when I see somebody. When I was looking at his like when it was posting like some of his recent pictures, I was like, oh damn, yeah, he definitely was battling that. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah,
definitely, man. It's just. Shit sucks, man. We just lost, and I forgot to give him his roses. Was Dikembe Mutombo. He passed about 3 weeks ago or a month ago.
He was battling cancer too.
So yeah, man, just RIP. And both of them was born the same year.
Damn.
1966, bro. So RIP to DJ Clark Kent, man. And we gonna definitely continue to live through your music, your influence in sneaker culture. That nigga was crazy when it came to the sneakers, bro. Man, this nigga used to always be on. I was going through some of his full size run, and also shout out my nigga Greg from Sneak This. They got an episode with DJ Clark Kent. This is prior to me knowing him. I didn't even know that. He sent it to me the other day. This is 2018. They had him, he called in on the show.
Oh, that's hard.
So yeah, shout out to my nigga Greg. But when it comes to sneakers, yeah, that's one of the top dogs in this shit, man.
Yeah, man.
This ain't nobody who was just, riding no wave neither. Like, we talking about Clark Kent used to always be like, I need 25 pair of those. Or I need at least about 10 pair of those.
Yeah.
Or I need about 15 pairs of those. Like, just addicted to fresh, man. Addicted to being fresh.
Man, those were them. That's the era I remember, bro. That's the era. That's the shit I used to remember, bro. Like that when we would watch like these sneaker documentaries, like Just for Kicks and shit like that. You might, see somebody, they interview somebody and they be like, yeah, man, I remember back in those days where we would just, because they used to always talk about in New York, they used to have like these little shops, and they would have like these little small mom and pop shops, and they would be like, hey, let me go to the basement, and they'd go down to the basement and they would have all the old shit, and they'd just be like, yeah, let me get all the. Because I remember Fat Joe used to talk about doing that shit, and Clark Kent was like, yeah, let me, like you said, let me get 15 of those. Like, bro, that was no resellers, no none of that shit, dog. Just literally walking in the spot and just being like, yeah, let me just get all, and I'm wearing all these bitches too. That's when Getting Fresh was that was when it was like an art form. That's when it was before the internet. You just had to like really live and breathe that shit, and that's why he's so, that's why his contribution is so big, because like he's one of those people who lived and breathed that shit. Even down like to his Air Force Ones, he had the 112 pack. Like he was, what I'm saying, he was really, major.
He's always been like, yeah, Air Force Ones white Air Force Ones greasing all the time. It's just perfect. That's why every time I get like 25 pair.
Oh, that's crazy. And he was one of the first.
Because once you wear them one time to cook, you gotta. I'm like, bro, but. That's just what came with it when it came to him, bro. Like, he was going to cop his shit. He was going to have a lot of them. If he didn't like something, he didn't like it. And then one thing I always found interesting was, like, I'm never paying over price for anything. I'm never paying over retail for anything.
Real nigga.
He's like, so he said, I'm never paying over retail. If I can't have it, it wasn't meant for me to have.
That's a real
nigga. Period, bro. And then even just down to his knowledge, like you always could tell Clark knew what the fuck he's talking about. Like he used to say, I still got sneakers from 1980 still in my closet.
See, man, that's
and he never was the one. He was never like the old man screaming at the clouds. He always appreciated some of the new shit.
Yeah.
That didn't mean he liked everything, but he never turned his face to like the new shit that was coming out.
Yeah, he never, and that's because I know there's always, this thing with sneakerheads where they be like, because I see somebody try to make a post like, old sneakerheads are killing the game now because people are so infatuated with nostalgia. They don't really. It's not that
really. I think it's the space. I think it's space for everybody.
Yeah, that's
if anything.
Because a lot of
they ain't killing shit. The new cats is still getting their shit off in their own light too.
Yeah, they do the A6 and which is fine because that leaves all the other shit for me.
Even out to the clothing. Like I remember I was peeping No ID's original and this other dude named School. I think they was just basically talking about like how they come in school. All School rock is old school shit.
Yeah,
that's all he rock is like the vintage Nike basketball, football, whatever the case may be. That's his shit.
Yeah,
that don't mean the new kids. We're in the social media era now.
Yeah,
it's room for everybody to do their own fucking thing in their own lane, bro.
Yeah,
that don't mean you got to do it or like it, but it's room. Like to me, sneaker culture is not a monolith. It's so much fucking shit going on within it.
Yeah.
You could be over here doing your own thing and this guy over here doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Everybody don't dress and wear the same shit.
But with social media, I think it starts to feel like that, though, because when you click on somebody's page, you be like, damn, he got the same shirt bruh got on. Or, damn, they got the same shoes. Or, damn, their outfits look exactly the same. Like, so.
I get what you're saying, yeah, in certain spaces, yeah. But ultimately, I still feel like some of the most popular dudes, they really be on the old school shit. You get what I'm saying? Or, 90s, early 2000s type of wave when it comes, or they're just liking this in sneakers.
Yeah.
Some people just ain't always going to like the, again, like the Balenciagas or, jump on the A6 wave.
Yeah.
You say, I don't like A6. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? I'm not even an Air Force guy, but I appreciate the people who do genuinely love it.
Yeah.
I'm not a dunks guy. I like what I like. Everybody know what I like. I've been posting for years. Everybody know what I like.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, everybody got, and that's not even to me to say I'm not open to new shit. I'm 100% open to new shit, but I gotta like it at the end of the day.
Facts. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But I feel like you got a point in saying that, but I still think you still have that. I think it's level.
Yeah.
I think it's level. But even like us, when we was kids, at some point in time, everybody was a kid.
Yeah.
In this shit. Everybody has their time, but I think with us, the kids and the guys who are older, we across the scale, we probably like the same shit.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say to you.
I think that's what it is. I think across the board we like the same shit. But I mean, the kids today, they just got their thing.
Because the shoes that my cousin was getting, shout out my cousin Kenny, when he was working at Foot Locker in Northwoods back in like the late 90s, early 2000s, I wanted those same shoes he had. Mm-hmm. I wanted those same exact things. But for my younger cousins, they don't want the exact same shit I wanted. You know what I'm saying? They want, like I said, they're on the Asics and the New Balance and, shit, all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think it is kind of this because when I was growing up, when I saw my cousins wear, that's what I wanted to wear. Nowadays, I'm seeing, I got homeboys who got kids that are around like 15, 16. These little niggas don't even really know what the J's are. They just be like, well, my dad buys them. Mm-hmm. So,
I think as they get older, they'll start to know. I think like, when we in elementary school, we not really in tune with sneakers and what we wearing at the time, bro. Some of them might, but a lot of us, we was just happy to go to school. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? When we start crossing over to middle school and high school, that's when we really into more so middle school. Yeah. That's when we really say, oh yeah, DJs come out this weekend. Mm-hmm. Oh, these Nikes come. Oh yeah, I want this. Mm-hmm. So I think through time, as you get older, you really start to see the kids today even though. That's why they into the, certain clothing or, like I said, the Asics or, whatever the popular athlete might be wearing. Yeah. We got too many social media pages that showing what the athletes are wearing. We didn't have that. Yeah, we would just catch them if we saw them in passing or a magazine. Yeah. You got League Fit pages now, so these kids really get to see their favorite athletes and what they wearing. They're going to mimic that normally because that's who they watching all the time.
True. That is true, yeah. Because, like you say, it's way more avenues and outlets to actually go see this shit. Like you said, all we had was magazines, and we might catch something on.
And then when we implement the internet, you got the Nike Talk. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You get what was it? The Celebrity Sneaker Watch.
Yeah.
That was on Sneaker News. I think it was
on Nice Kicks. It was
Nice Kicks. Yeah,
it had a Celebrity
Sneaker Watch.
Well, I used to be on that shit all the time in high school.
It was really heavy from like 07 to about 2013, 14. Yeah. That 09, the 12 window though, it was going crazy.
Nuts.
It was going crazy.
Nuts.
I always saw Chris Brown on there. Kanye, of course, Pharrell, Pusha,
Wale.
The Dream.
Yeah, The Dream.
The Dream had a lot of showings on Celebrity Sneaker Watch, bro.
Mm-hmm. Wale he was, of course, running through that shit.
And then even with Clark Kent, like he was one of the first ones to really fuck with Bobito Garcia's
It's the Shoe?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Mm-hmm. And we talking like 05.
Yeah, this is
04, 05. I'm talking we early in the game.
I still remember the episode when they had Carmelo Anthony on that shit. I remember that one. I remember they had a Sebastian Telfair episode. But that Carmelo Anthony one was tight because that was the first time I ever seen somebody with like a Jordan, like a
shit, Josh Childress.
Crazy. His collection.
His shit is crazy. His shit probably still crazy to this day. Josh Childress was really one of the original NBA sneakerheads for real. Yeah. Him, Wilson Chandler, like those two really was like one of the first ones. But Clark Kent just always stood out because he never budged when it came to being fresh or what he liked.
Him and Greg Street probably.
Yeah, Greg Street got
probably like
arguably the best collection I ever seen. And I still be that his sneaker collection video from 2010. Yeah. Imagine what the fuck Greg Street got going on right now.
Ridiculous. And dog, when he pulled out the original 80, the original Jordan 1s, and he still had the receipt,
in the plastic. He had it in the plastic.
$34.99.
You ain't getting that. You ain't getting that today, bro.
Hell no, you better add 2 zeros on that motherfucker. You better add 2 zeros on that motherfucker.
You're not getting that shit today, bro.
No.
But again, we go on and on about Clark Kent. Like I said, a lot of people probably known him post like his music because he wasn't producing as much as he was early on, so we kind of known him for the sneaker shit, but definitely in rap, yeah, man, his name hold weight, bro. Name hold weight.
If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have
the shit that we had. We probably wouldn't have Hov because he really was the one who pushed Hov to really get into his craft for real. You get what I'm saying? So
Hov stopped rapping for a minute.
Yeah, he did, and he's like, nah, bro, you got to stick with this shit. So if he don't do that, we don't get Jay-Z. We don't get the collab with Big and Hov. I mean, with Big and Jay, we don't get that. We don't get that collaboration.
That's crazy because that's such a big ripple effect. Like
it is.
Like if Jay-Z's not, imagine Jay-Z not being here rapping, bro.
I can't even imagine.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I can't even certain shit you just can't imagine not happening.
I can't even.
That's like Michael Jordan not coming through in basketball.
You know, like,
imagine if Michael Jordan quit
when he got cut. When he got cut his first.
Like, well, we wouldn't even Jordan's the sneaker game wouldn't be what it was without Jordan. We talking about basketball. The sneaker game wouldn't be what it was without Jordan.
Would it even be a sneaker game?
It wouldn't be a sneaker game, bro. We would just have Converse. I think it still would be like what it was prior to Jordan.
Converse.
Like, oh yeah, I think we would just be wearing sneakers just that go to work. It wouldn't be no fashion statement when it came to sneakers if we didn't have Jordan. That's how I think about with rap, bro. We don't get Kanye West without Hov. We don't get Bleak. We don't get Beanie Siegel. We don't get Freeway. We don't get the whole Philly movement. Without Jay-Z, we don't get a lot of shit.
Yeah. We don't, I mean, no offense to, shout out to Cam and them boy, but the Dipset resurgence came through Rockefeller, man.
No, we don't because Cam was shoulder to shoulder with Big.
Yeah, true.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. So we wouldn't get that nigga.
We wouldn't get that nigga neither. We get Mace. We don't get none of that shit, bro.
It's
Jay-Z really is a ripple effect to a lot of this shit. Granted, Big was out, but Big died.
Yeah, he died in 96.
So Cam had to latch on to Rockefeller.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as because he was with Epic and then that deal went sour and then that's when he played. But like I said, if there's no Jay, then how do you knew Dame, but you don't get that direct,
So whatever conversation Clark Kent had with Jay-Z, that was very prominent in rap history because if he's not pushing him, bro, we don't get a lot of shit.
We don't get a lot of shit. We don't think about it. We don't get Trust Blaze, production, Kanye West production, track masters. Like, even though they was already big in a sense because it was with the work they did with Puff and stuff, but like Jay-Z, was definitely putting on with track masters. So it was like, bro, there's a lot of shit we don't get across, bro.
We lost a lot of legends this year, bro.
A lot, man.
A lot. And for me, it's kind of like not me getting numb to it, but it's like a lot of our great. That's why I said the other day, I tweeted, I said, whatever you deem as the best era of music, appreciate it for when it was because we not getting that shit again. Mm-hmm. I think music will always be here. Yeah. But what we always champion, that might have just been for that time on purpose. The universe works in mysterious ways. I think this timeline happened the way it did for a reason, as far as what we revere as the best time for music. Mm-hmm. You got to think 1940s, that we don't really recognize that as like music for real. When we start crossing over into the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, that's what we revere as music. Damn, bro, we got some. That might just be it. And I'm bringing this up, transition to another topic, but not yet. But that might just be it. Everything was in a pot for a reason. Yeah. I'm sitting back and I'm watching YouTube and I'm looking at Super Bowl 32. That was 98. I'm looking at the commercials they had running around that time. Mm-hmm. Like, damn, bro. Like, that was some peak shit. In the time, we're thinking this shit is going to be forever. Yeah. It's not, though. It's not. Yeah. All the greats that we had, them niggas are going to be here, and unfortunately, they're going to be gone one day. We would love to see everybody grow old, but the shit that they create in that time is only going to be in that time only. And we don't really think about it in a time when it's getting made, but it's only going to be when we was listening to Blueprint, when we listen to Illmatic, when we listening to 500 Degrees, 400 Degrees, and all this other shit, it's only being appreciated and you're not duplicating that. You're not. When I first heard My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, I said in that time, this shit is going to be fucking timeless. 2 years after that shit dropped, I said, this is going to be the best rap album of this decade. Till this time, it's still recognized as the best album of its decade.
The 2010s, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I hold it as a top 2 rap album ever. That's just me.
But we'll never.
But in the time when you think about it, like Ready to Die, you wasn't getting that again. Like, especially after being the fact that Big died. Ain't no telling what we would have got had he still been alive. When Tupac, All Eyes on Me. Yeah. We're not getting that again. Yeah. We're not getting Strictly for My Niggas again. We're not getting Me Against the World again. We're not getting that.
So you just gotta enjoy it within this time.
You gotta enjoy it. Like, you really gotta appreciate. This goes with everything that you do. I was talking to my young homie the other day, and I was just telling him about just even with terms of him working. All of this falls into the same umbrella. motherfuckers get so caught up in worrying about the future or the past, they're not appreciating the work that they putting in real time.
Yeah.
So when 5 years pass and you look back and be like, damn, dog, I was really doing some great shit then, but I didn't appreciate it in the time that I was doing it.
Yeah.
Like even with this podcast, right? We always say the internet is forever. This shit will be forever. When 2100 is here and I'm gone, this shit is still gonna be here. People are gonna be able to go back unless they do some catastrophic shit and the internet just gets completely wiped, which I don't ever see. Yeah. But they're gonna be able to look back on this shit. All the music and all the fashion statements and all the TV shows and all the entertainment shit that we saw within that time period, it was there for a reason. Yeah. It was made in that time for a reason. That's why I say I'm glad I was born when I was born, bro.
Yeah, because I got to saw this.
You got to see some great shit. Like when I seen RP Rico Wade. Rico Wade is gone, bro. But you know the great shit that he gave us when he was in, the dungeon in 1994 making classics, 1996 making classics, 1998 making classics. In the time, we probably as consumers thinking like, damn, bro, niggas could probably continue this. Like, bro, when I watch Randy Moss play football, I'm thinking Randy Moss gonna be like this forever. That's what I'm thinking about as a kid. I'm like, man, when I used to play games and you saw we play the franchise mode and the franchise mode just run forever. Yeah. But what you don't understand is even in that, the players are retiring.
Yeah.
When I'm looking at Randy Moss, I'm not thinking about Randy Moss slowing down. I'm not thinking about Michael Jordan slowing down. I'm still thinking Mike is going to be in his prime with the Wizards. No, he wasn't. He was still great.
Yeah.
But these niggas not going to be the 98, 97 overall forever. And I know I'm kind of going off in a tangent, but I'm saying some real shit.
Yeah, it's real shit.
You get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of this shit ain't going to be, like, I wanted Joe to see and Drew Hill to be forever. It wasn't, though.
Yeah.
Whitney Houston be forever. It wasn't. New Edition. We probably all wanted we just talked about this last week. The R&B groups, bruh. They not going to be forever. The rap groups, they not going to be forever. I would have never thought that Rockefeller would have ended the way that it did. Nah, you supposed to run this shit up forever.
Yeah, that's real. You gotta appreciate it for when it was, because I appreciated when I remember when I first heard Rock the Mic. I was like, damn, bro, this shit is like, dog, this song hard as a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like you live in those moments when you see these things and you're like, damn, man, like how you said it's like you really gotta live in the moment, because 1 minute that moment is here and then the next moment that shit is gone, or you see the shit trickle down to like, man, I mean, it happens to all of our favorites. They all eventually have to stop, or they eventually, it's always sucks when your favorite basketball player, we always got the memes of like when certain people kind of fall off and you put a certain basketball player in, and you might have like the Patrick Ewing on the Magic type shit. You know what I'm saying? When you start to see that type of shit, it's like, damn.
But like all great things must come to an end, unfortunately. They can have long runs though.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But certain things, think about the albums that we revere. Think about the first time you heard it. I was 10 when Blueprint dropped. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember that shit like it was yesterday. Because that was 9/11 on top of that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. But I remember when I first heard the Carter One. I remember when I first heard All Eyes on Me. And I'm a young kid at this time. You get what I'm saying? I remember when I first heard More Money, More Problems.
That song was everywhere as a young nigga. Boy.
You get what I'm saying?
Song was everywhere.
But in that time, you feeling it, you just like, damn.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I probably would have loved to experience as a young adult.
Yeah, those times
was the 90s.
Yeah, because that's
a young adult.
Yeah, because the clubs was fire, the clothes was fire. I was just fire back then.
My nigga, I was looking at a club video on Instagram from 1997. Guess what the date was? March 9th, 1997. That was the same night Biggie died.
Yeah. Damn.
You get what I'm saying? People who probably go back and look at that video be like, damn, like I remember that night and what it was like.
Hell yeah.
You don't think in the moment that this shit ain't gonna run up forever. You just living in them and be like, damn, like life, like this is what this shit gonna be.
Yeah.
Like when they was talking about Freaknik, you're not getting Freaknik again.
Nah. So, and that's a good thing that you say on certain things.
Some things may need to exist in this time.
Yeah,
but you have to appreciate it, really appreciate it in this time, because you can get comfortable as far as being a fan and thinking this motherfucker gonna give me this shit
again and again.
No, a lot of these rappers, these artists, and these athletes are not gonna give you these performances again.
Yeah.
Like I said the other night, motherfuckers got to start appreciating, and I'll talk about it a little bit more later. You got to start appreciating these performances you see in basketball, bro. Yeah. And just not on a playoff level. I'm talking about regular season. Joker put up 40, 15, and 13 last night, but he lost, right? Mm-hmm. But that's a masterclass performance.
Yeah.
But what happens is when these great players consistently put up great performance, we devalue it.
Yeah, we take it for granted.
We take it for granted because we so. Remember back then when putting up 35 was something big? Remember that? I was talking. Shout out my nigga Femi. I was talking to Femi about this. He said, "Bro, think about it. The 50 ball is treated like a fucking 35-point game."
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If a nigga had 50 back then, it's like, boy, that nigga we
talking about
50.
That for some weeks.
Yeah. But you also gotta look at the landscape of things too, Mike. People think, oh, dropping 50 is easy in the NBA now because niggas ain't playing defense. I'm like, bro, it's still in the NBA though. It's still in the NBA.
No, it's hard. It's not easy to do. But because we see the spacing and everybody is shooting at a high clip of threes now. There's a lot more spacing now. So everybody think that these performances should just be no. Back then, scoring 35 was major.
Yeah.
But guess what? I still appreciate a 35-point game. I tweeted last night. I said nobody can ever convince me that scoring over 20 and 15 plus assists is not major.
That to me, that's
not normal.
That is the creme de la creme if you're a point guard to get that 20. That like, bro, when Rajon Rondo had 20 points and 25, I think he had like
25 assists, and that's still rare.
I was like, dog.
James Harden had 22 points and 16 assists last night. That's not normal. But when James was running it up, and I tell niggas this all the time, and again, y'all, stick with me because all of this is under the same umbrella.
Yeah.
When James had his run in Houston, and we saw him doing it on a night out basis, in the moment, he was like, damn, this nigga killing shit.
Yeah. Time
goes on. He's with the Nets. And James was an MVP candidate his first year in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
him putting up 25. He got hurt towards the end with the hamstring.
Yeah,
but him averaging 25 and 12, that's not normal, bro. That's not.
Because
you gotta really appreciate these motherfuckers. But you know what happens when the end result is not of winning the championship, and have your critiques of that. That's fine. But don't let that diminish what these niggas is doing.
Bro, I think
when they showed that regular season game against the Warriors 2019, I remember that game.
Yeah.
That was a masterclass performance. This goes back. Let me take it back to the music. When these niggas is giving us these classic verses and these classic albums in this time, appreciate that shit because we might not get that shit again.
A lot of times, man, we don't get
Sometimes
that shit
these artists, they drop their first album and that might just be it. Example, Lauryn Hill. Lawrence Hill said, this is all the fuck you gonna get from me.
Still living off that album. That album came out, what, 97?
98.
98?
Here we are, 2024. We haven't got nothing else from her. So that's why I appreciate everything that I get from my favorite rappers, my favorite R&B artists, my favorite athletes. My favorite football players, basketball players, you gotta appreciate these performances and these art forms and all. And I'm talking about because it's all cultural at the end of the day. It's all within the culture.
Fact.
But I say that to say, like, when we see Dikembe Mutombo pass away, when we see Rico Wade pass away, when we see DJ Clark Kent pass away, what them niggas did in that time, I'm not saying wasn't appreciated, but we have to understand at a certain point in time. We're not going to get them same performances from these people.
Yeah, we're not.
So when these niggas is in their prime, rappers too. Rappers, R&B singers. I just tweeted about Summer Walker is amazing. Outside the music, I got my own opinions, but it don't matter because I just appreciate her art form.
Yeah, facts.
That album she dropped 2019, that's some classic shit.
Yeah.
Then she doubled back with arguably another one. But who's to say? We might not get that type of work again from Summer.
True.
SZA, we all get on SZA about Control. That was 2017. And it took her forever. The fact of the matter is, from Rihanna, we might not get another album.
We're not getting another album. That's cooked. That's done. We ain't getting one. I think.
So you got to appreciate Anti
for what it is.
For what it was and in that time. So when you get some great shit, don't get comfortable as a fan and think, oh, they're going to give me this again. Nah, we'll hear from them again. unforeseen circumstances may happen, bro.
Mm-hmm. You gotta enjoy the music while it's here,
especially when it comes to life in general. Because who would have thought that we just saw Aaliyah on 106 Park 3 days before she died. I remember that episode.
Yeah.
We just seen Left Eye. You get what I'm saying? Who would have thought that they would have been gone in tragic accidents?
Yeah. No.
We didn't get another TLC album. We didn't get another Aaliyah, Timbaland, Missy Elliott, and Genuine collab. We didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, gotta.
Fortunately for Kobe Bryant in his basketball world, we got to see everything with Kobe in basketball. But we didn't get to see his post basketball. This thing was winning Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Had a daughter. He was coaching up. Had a, that would have been crazy to see Kobe's, Gigi in the WNBA and, Kobe being right there. Like, that would have been crazy. So,
and I'm not saying when it comes, and this is not me saying everybody shouldn't be held to a standard neither. I'm having a separate conversation. Mm-hmm. I'm just talking about the appreciation factor.
Yeah.
Because we get so caught up in, oh, well, they didn't win. Somebody got to lose at the end of the day. And I'm talking about more so on the sport shit.
Yeah.
I keep jumping back and forth, but I'm making the connection here with everything.
Yeah. It all comes together at the end of the day.
It all comes together. Mm-hmm. Because guess what? We love Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
We didn't get another Carter 3. That don't mean, the reason why I say, oh, well, his shooting, blah, 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 for what Wayne gave me in his time is why I stamp him as a great. Because for what he did in that time frame, that's hard to duplicate. And if it was so easy, everybody else would have did it.
And it's like, bro, he's literally shooting a 99 overall on these albums. So, like,
you can't tell me nothing from 04 to 2010 about Lil Wayne. You can't tell me nothing. I don't give a fuck what he did after that.
He was shooting
90, he was solidified.
He was shooting 90% from the field every single album. Nigga.
Like I said, with Tatum, Giannis, Joker, as far as winning the championship, they don't have nothing else to prove. Mm-hmm. Why does Jason Tatum have to be held to a standard of winning again? He did it already. Appreciate this nigga fucking performances. Appreciate it, bro, because you might not get this shit again.
Facts.
A lot of these niggas, they are God made for a reason. Mm-hmm. The closest motherfucker we got to Jordan was this guy right here.
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think we're going to get another. And the way the NBA is, the mentality is, things of that nature, we ain't never going to see another.
We getting another Hove?
Never.
We getting another Kendrick Lamar?
Never.
We getting another Drake?
Never.
You get what I'm saying? Like, these niggas is here for a reason.
Yeah. In the longevity standpoint.
We getting another Future?
Never. We'll never. Dog, and like you said, these type of niggas can only be made in these generations, these environments, these years.
God is amazing, bro. God know what he doing when he make these niggas.
Because I don't think a lot of these artists can come out in this day and age and have the same impact. It's not even the fact of like their skill set. It's just everything that go around it.
God knew what he was doing when he made Michael Jackson. God knew what he was doing when he made Whitney Houston. God knew what he was doing when he made Stevie Wonder.
He put all these, like you said, God put all these people in a certain era so people could view them and treat like nowadays, bro. If Michael Jackson would have came out in like 2000 or something like that, who knows if Michael Jackson would be as big as he is?
Michael Jackson couldn't be born in 1920.
No,
Michael Jackson couldn't be born in 2005. He was born when he was born for a reason.
Yes.
Whitney Houston was born when she was born for a reason.
Facts.
This is what this and just I said, just to bring it back to Clark Kent, when these guys be here and they have their time, and I'm not saying this is not saying that they didn't get their props, but just overall looking at this year, like we seen the Keme Mutombo career. Mm-hmm. We seen Rico Wade's career.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you know what I was just thinking about, bro?
Yeah.
I seen Julius Peppers' whole career. I seen Julius Peppers get drafted, be one of the best defensive players ever, retire, and make the Hall of Fame. Think about that shit.
That's a long stretch.
Think about that, bro. I seen Julius Peppers get drafted, play peak football, retire in 2018, and make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. You saw one man's
that
whole
means
career.
I seen this one man's whole career, bruh.
Yeah.
I will see LeBron James' whole career.
It's crazy, bro. I've been watching LeBron James literally since I was like fucking 9.
We seen Lil Wayne's whole career.
Literally
seen this nigga whole career. I wasn't fortunate to see not so much seen Ho's whole career, but like he was rapping like 80. I wasn't born in 89, 90.
I'm talking about like as far as
from
I ain't gonna lie, from 90, I seen Ho's career from 97 because that was one of the first.
Yeah, we seen it from that. Yeah, from that standpoint.
Yeah, I've seen it. So I damn near seen this nigga's whole rap career as far as him.
Like I was born. I was born when Tupacalypse Now came out.
Yeah.
I got to somewhat appreciate Tupac when I was a kid, because I heard him. You couldn't escape him.
Yeah.
You couldn't escape Biggie. It was on the radio. It was killing.
Man.
But think about this shit, bro. Mm-hmm. Think about from somebody who was born 1971, the same year as Pac. They seen that man whole shit. Mm-hmm. Luke Kuechly, me and Luke Kuechly the same age, right? I seen this man whole career. I remember when he announced his retirement. This man 27 years old retiring. We the same age. I'm like, nah, Luke ain't retiring. He tripping.
Yeah.
Nah. And guess what? He about to be in the Hall of Fame next year.
You see, literally.
But guess what? I remember them games. He had historic performances, bro. Mm-hmm. I appreciate it in that time. Mm-hmm. When I saw my team go to the Super Bowl 2015, I was front row and center.
Yeah.
And you know what I said that night? I promise you, Marcus, I'm not lying. Mm. I said to myself, bro, I might not see this again.
Yeah.
And guess what? We haven't been back. We haven't had a home playoff game since that NFC Championship game 2015.
Damn, boy. That's damn near 10 years, Mike. That's going on.
We have not had a home playoff game since that 2015 NFC Championship game. I seen Luke Kuechly make a pick six in that game. Mm-hmm. I seen Cam Newton score 4 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah. And like I said,
you gotta appreciate these performances, bro.
Yeah, appreciate them shit.
Because we might not get these shits again, bro.
Facts, bro. I ain't gonna...
When Clark Kent is in that studio cooking up Brooklyn's finest, in the moment you probably think, man, we gonna get 20 more of these moments. You might not get 20 more of these moments.
Get that, man. Unfortunately,
when Kanye West called out these niggas to Hawaii to do these verses, you might not get the moments again. When we had Rockefeller at the studio rapping for an hour, everybody getting bars off, we didn't get that moment again. We didn't get that.
That's crazy because you think it's gonna last forever, and then
you think does. Exactly. You think this shit gonna last forever. This shit ain't gonna last forever, bro. It's not. It's not. These niggas will be here, and again, we want to see these niggas live long lives, but sometimes life happens. I know. Mm-hmm. My sister will be gone a year, and I can't believe that shit.
Yeah.
Next week, my sister will be gone a year. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember when they was born. I remember when we moved down here. I remember when they first started kindergarten. My sister's 26 now.
Yeah.
Think about all the shit that done happened from 98 to 2023. In that 25-year span, I experienced my sister. And just like that, she was gone.
Yeah.
And a year done gone by, mm-hmm. and she done been gone a year. I can't believe that shit, bro. So when these niggas pass, we can't just do I remember. No, and appreciate that shit now. Mm-hmm. Fortunately, we got Kobe's whole career. Imagine if Kobe would have died in his prime. We would have been way worse. We was shook up, and Kobe had already been retired for 4 years. You get what I'm saying?
That day still is like that whole moment was still like surreal because I remember
exactly
this whole moment. Like I just remember that whole day because I was at my mom's house, and then I looked and I seen somebody was saying that shit on Twitter. I was like, man, hell no, that ain't real. So I didn't even pay that shit no attention at first, and then I kept seeing it. I was like, well, when TMZ reported, then I'll know it's real. Then when TMZ reported, I'm like, damn, bruh.
Yes.
Because I know for at least 45 minutes to an hour, I was like, man, no, that's not real. That's not real.
It's not.
That's not real.
It's not. But that's why you gotta appreciate these moments, bro. When we get a classic verse, when we get a classic album from these niggas, appreciate that shit for its time, bro.
Yeah. Because like you say, you might not get that shit again, man.
We be getting so caught up. We miss the old Kanye. I been let that go.
Yeah.
But guess what? When them albums first dropped, I kind of got a little complacent. Especially after My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I was looking for Yeezus to be the same as that.
Yeah, I was too.
Looking for Life of Pablo. But guess what? Life of Pablo is still a great album. And ain't My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. But it's still a great album.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to learn as consumers to appreciate certain shit because, oh, no, he going to give us that again. No, we might not get that again.
No.
Giannis is the only player to score 50 points in a Game 6 of an NBA Finals. We may not get that again. He's the only player to score 50 points in a Game 6 of an NBA Finals.
That's crazy considering all
who we done had.
Like I said, all the legendary performances we done had throughout the NBA Finals. That's crazy.
This shit is. I'm only speaking about appreciation, people.
Damn, Wilt didn't even do that?
No.
Damn, that's crazy. I figured Wilt would have did that.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I'm so hell bent on my stance when it comes to shit like that.
Yeah.
Don't make the championship the end all be all.
True. Yeah.
And once these niggas win it, they're not in them conversations no more.
Mm-hmm.
All this pressure shit, man. It be 1-2 niggas with that shit. Y'all be having 7 niggas. 7 niggas can't win a championship.
Yeah, it's the 7. It's literally expectations for 7 niggas to go and get a ring.
That cannot happen in the season.
Yeah, that's not one season, nah.
That don't mean that nigga ain't shit.
Mm-hmm. No.
Somebody has to win and somebody got to lose.
Mm-hmm.
That means he's still not a dog because he was able to accomplish that championship.
And it's like, man, and a lot of times it's like how the performance is, how you go out, things of that nature. I can understand that.
Correct. And I will still, that don't mean I will not critique y'all niggas because I will.
Yeah.
But certain niggas, they don't get to get critiqued no more as far as championship expectations.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Because once you done win one, bro, I don't give a fuck if you win one and don't win another one. Once you got your one, bro, and especially if you got your
it's
one.
It's hard to win multiple.
Yeah.
It's hard to win one alone. We talking about multiple?
Mm-hmm.
Don't. Jordan won 6, but Jordan is not my GOAT because he won 6, and niggas know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the brownie points. Tom Brady is not my GOAT because he got 7 rings.
It's the performances
that matter. Y'all got to hold the performances higher than the actual accomplishing something.
Cause man, when I was a kid and I saw that Game 6 when he went and shot that shit, and when he did the push off Byron Russell, that shit was like, man, that was like a moment. All I
ask is for you to be consistent.
Yeah. And Jordan's always had consistent moments.
Be consistent in the outcomes of the outcomes. Just go for my favorite rappers too. You don't gotta give me 4. Kanye got 4 classics. How many rappers can say they got 4 classics? It's rare as fuck.
And I can't expect Kanye to just always
give me a classic.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
That's why we kind of get selfish as fans.
Yeah. And a lot of
it's hard to duplicate shit like that.
And then a lot of the times, and it's so crazy how it happens because it could be something that wasn't revered as a classic when it first came out, but then years down the line, it's a classic. So
right.
It's funny like that. It's funny like that.
It's definitely funny like that, bro. Yeah. It's definitely funny like that. Derrick Rose. I had to appreciate Derrick Rose from that 2008 to 2015 window. Yeah. Not saying that he completely fell off the map, but bro, seeing Derrick Rose retire is fucking insane.
Especially,
I seen a nigga from high school.
Thank you, I say.
Memphis. Get drafted by my favorite team, his hometown team, #1 overall. Be still the youngest MVP ever.
I don't think that's ever going to change.
But you know what niggas do? They still be getting caught up in the whole, bruh, the man was MVP at 22 years old.
Cause man, me and my partner be having this discussion because he's a Russell Westbrook fanatic. Like that's his dog. He just like, man, niggas always, he's always trying to compare Russell and Derrick Rose. I'm like, bro, you can appreciate both of them for what they did. Derrick Rose was the youngest MVP. Russell Westbrook averaged a triple-double. My nigga, they're both going in the Hall. They're both. I mean, Russell Westbrook, of course, he's first ballot Hall of Famer. Derrick Rose should go in the Hall of Fame. But, at least get the jersey retired, which I'm pretty sure he's going to get his jersey retired. But it's just like, you can appreciate both of them for what they did. Me and this nigga get in an argument all the time because I'm like, bro, why are you always trying to downgrade Derrick Rose to big up Russell Westbrook? Because
you don't got to do that, bro.
You don't got to do that.
Do that shit all the time. You can appreciate these niggas all the same. Some are higher than others as far as notoriety, 100%.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. But that don't mean you still ain't good. That's why I hate when you say certain shit, you could be like, oh, such and such is better than such and such. Oh, that's disrespectful. How is it disrespectful? Everybody can't be top 10.
Yeah.
Everybody can't be top 5. That don't mean you still not appreciated as the 25th player.
Yeah.
But 20 place holds a place. That place matters.
Yeah.
It's just not as high as number 5.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? I've been let go of Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
I've been let him go. 2019 is still amazing. 2014 is still amazing. But we had to appreciate it in that time.
Because we ain't never getting that shit again.
And you follow me for a long time. I always say, bro, appreciate some of these performances, bro. We might not get this shit again. And guess what? We never got Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
I'm putting air quotes for those who can't see.
Yeah.
We might not get Kawhi Leonard again. And we didn't get Kawhi Leonard again. We never got him again.
Nah.
Due to unfortunate situations.
Man,
when we saw Kawhi do what he did in Toronto 2019, we thought he at least do it one more time for LA. We never got to see that shit again.
Could have fooled me. Because I swore he was going to go to the Clippers.
You get what I'm saying?
Same shit. Hell yeah. I could have sworn he was going to go to the Clippers and be the same Kawhi.
And you had the rare athletes who run up consistency for a long stretch. LeBron James. Going on 22 years.
Kevin Durant.
KD. Motherfuckers still telling KD, no, you got to win on your own team. Bro, this motherfucker 18 years in. What are you talking about?
He's already
We're not getting KD again, bro. We're not getting him again.
I can't even expect KD at his age to go and lead a team by himself to the finals.
Guess what?
It don't even work like that.
KD has gotten, this is my opinion, KD has gotten better post his Achilles. That stretch with the Nets before KD was shooting damn near 56% from the floor. Who does that?
And he damn near led his team almost like, bro, you got to think about it. It was an injured Kyrie and an injured James Harden. He still damn near almost led them past the Bucks.
Niggas is downplaying this shit. You don't. It is not normal to shoot 50% from the floor, bro. It's not.
That means half the shots you take, they go in. That's crazy. And especially at the volume of what he's
41%, 42% is looked at as good. That's still good. From the floor.
But that's crazy because you remember from the floor is 40.
Yes.
Back then, you had to be like 45, like you said, 45, 47, some shit like that.
Because you started shooting on 45%, it's like, damn, what the fuck is this motherfucker on, bro?
You feel me?
Especially from 3. When Steph started shooting over 30%, dog, shooting 36% from 3 is good.
But he's
shooting 36% from 3 is good.
And he's taking about 12 of these bitches.
Yes. Shooting 45% from 2s is good.
That's great.
Just because you see motherfuckers shooting over 50, that's not normal shit. That's alien shit.
Yeah. If a nigga shoot 50% off over the whole floor, bro,
that's insane.
That's
bro.
insane.
That's insane.
That's a rarity that somebody could actually do that for like a whole season. Like my nigga.
Why would I care? Again, this goes back. I'm gonna use Wayne because he's one of my. Why would I give a fuck about what Wayne did after 2010 when he gave me a 5-year fucking run of elite rapping?
And the thing is, I still can appreciate the new Wayne shit that's coming out because a lot of his new shit. I ain't gonna say I'm the biggest fan of, but I appreciate it, and it's some of the shit that I like. I fuck with. I like, but. Like you said, if Wayne just decided to quit rapping after 2012, I would have been like, all right, bro. I get it. Nigga, you been at this shit since 12 years old. I get it. So, like you said, you got to appreciate it, man, because
Pac, Big, 2 of the biggest rappers in that time, bro. It was a dark cloud over hip-hop after them 2 died.
That night, yeah, it was
that West Coast, East Coast shit died down, but it was a cloud over rap when them 2 died. Yeah. And they died 6 months apart.
That's the crazy thing.
But guess what? We probably thought we'll get another Ready to Die. We'll get another Life After Death.
And then all you see is people.
And I'm talking about Pride because Life After Death came out after Biggie died. But I'm talking about promo for that album. I think, 98 come around, 99, 2000 come around. Oh, Pac's still gonna be wilding. No, Pac didn't still keep wilding. He died. He was gone.
Yeah,
that was it. Again, Aaliyah was gone. That was it. Left Eye, she was gone. That was it. We talking about motherfuckers in their prime. We ain't talking about people who was up in age. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who gave us their best shit. We still had more to get from Biggie. We still had more to get from Pac. We still had more to get from Aaliyah for damn sure. We still had more to get from Left Eye.
It's just
We be losing these. We be losing. And again, some of them have higher, lower notoriety than others, but it don't matter at the end of the day. You got to Pop Smoke, gone. All we got was a year from that nigga.
didn't even really
1 year. All we got was 1 year from Pop Smoke, bro.
then was nowhere near tapping his full potential. Nowhere near it. And that'd be the crazy thing about some of these people is like, man, you gotta enjoy that shit because you thinking, like you said, you thinking we gonna get another Ready to Die, we gonna get another all eyes on me. And when these people go and they're gone, it's like, damn, man, this is you have to appreciate it because this is all we have left. Like
that's all we have. When these motherfuckers give us these performances, bro, appreciate this shit. And I'm mainly talking about music and rap because that's what I love. I love music and I love sports. So when these people give us these performances, appreciate that shit, bro. We may not get them again. We may not get them, bro. I would have never thought that Pop Smoke would have got killed the way he got killed.
Yeah, and speaking of athletes, like, everybody knows AI is like one of my favorite players. Like, bro, I never, that 2001 run is something that,
we would have thought AI would have got to another finals.
Yeah, I thought he would at least got to another Eastern Conference finals.
When I'm a kid and I'm looking at these athletes, I'm thinking, oh, these niggas are going to be peak forever.
Yeah.
That's how you think when you're younger and you get older, you be like, oh shit, these motherfuckers going to retire one day.
Yeah. But as you get older and you look back at certain things, you kind of realize like, all right, since we're going kind of towards it, you kind of, as you get older and you can kind of reflect on things, as I get older and I look at it and I'm like, okay, well, I don't think AI ever was going to make it to the finals, but that make it back to the finals. But that makes me appreciate it even more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because now as an adult, I could go back and look at AI's roster for fucking what he went for 2002 and be like, all right, well, the Nets are better than them this year, so they were probably going to make it to the finals anyway. But like 2001, man, we'll never see that type of run again from somebody who's under 6 foot. And then the league ain't even built like that no more because the small players are very pushed out now. You don't really have a lot of small guards like that, like a AI frame. Yeah. So it's like you'll never see that again.
Yeah.
And like you say, you just gotta appreciate
But God knew what he was doing when he made Allen Iverson. That's what I'm saying. Like God is not he know what he doing when he create these people and put us in front of us and put them in a art form that we put them in. Yeah. Fortunate for us, we've been able to have Hov for a long time. We have, but we didn't get to see some of the ones we wanted to see for a long time.
Yeah, man. So who, as far as since we,
I'm glad we still got Outkast here.
Yeah. So I'll ask you a quick question. In hip hop, what do you think is your personal? What's your biggest like? What if like, damn man, I wish I could have seen that. Matriculate all the way through.
My biggest?
Yeah, or just
it would have to been Tupac.
Okay.
It would have had to been him. Because for him to when he got released from prison in October of 95, all that work he did from October 95 to September 96 is fucking amazing. That's some people's whole career.
Yeah.
He was a workaholic, bruh. That work that he put in with film, with music, this motherfucker gave us All Eyes on Me.
And did 2 movies within
and Machiavelli.
Yeah.
And Machiavelli, bro. Gave us one of the biggest diss records ever in that time frame. And he gave us Me Against the World. Because Me Against the World came out October 95, if I'm not mistaken.
He was already in jail by the time it came out.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So prior to him getting released, we got Me Against the World. So let's take it from the full calendar years. So from January 95 to September of 96 of him passing, think about all the shit that we got from Pac in that calendar year alone,
Me
bro.
Against the World, All Eyes on Me, Machiavelli, the Gridlock soundtrack. He did another movie.
But he didn't get to see it released.
Yeah, he didn't see it released. Like, man, he did like, bro, he had like.
I can't think of that movie's name off the top.
Yeah, I know you're talking.
We know you're talking about. Yeah.
Damn, man.
Think about that shit. He's probably my biggest what if for sure, definitely.
My 2 biggest what ifs, I put Pac up there too, but I think I saw a lot of Pac as far as, because like you said, his output was so much. So even when he passed away, he still has so much output of shit. It's like Pac I'm more interested for Pac. I would have liked to see what he was going to do outside of music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That would have been my more of how I'm seeing Pac. Big is one of my biggest what ifs because he only had 2 albums, but the way things were I could have seen him easily adapting and getting into like, especially when the South was coming up. I could have seen Big like
he would gave us at least another classic.
He would have went so crazy, and then
this is why. And my bad, Marcus. I mean, cut you off.
You good.
But it's like you don't know when you get another classic from a rapper.
Yeah.
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes their first one don't be it, but they might hit another one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to come out the gates with one.
Yeah.
And had Big still been alive, there's room for error. That don't mean he still wouldn't have been great, but there's room for error. Meaning he probably wouldn't have had gave us 4 classics in a row.
I mean,
he might have had a good album.
Yeah.
He might have had a good album. He might have, I don't know. He's gone.
Yeah.
But we got Ready to Die and Life After Death,
which are 2 classics. So I would only assume he would probably give us
maybe. Let's say he give us 6 albums, right? He might have give us 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4. Okay. I could dig that. I could definitely
get another album in 99, probably 2000 window, 01, 02 maybe.
Cause I definitely could have seen Biggie retiring early too, just to
probably.
Yeah,
but I still think he would have been running it up in rap because Sky's the limit. I think he was speaking more to how the path of his career, how his career is going. Shout out to Clark Kent again for producing that.
Yeah.
But he was even changing the way that he was rapping. Like, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. As far as doing certain shit, like Big wasn't big on that beef shit.
No, he wasn't. No, he definitely wasn't. That wasn't his. And then if you look at Biggie's whole his whole demeanor. His demeanor was never that. You know what I'm saying? He's always was a cool, calm, collective type nigga. So
yeah, he wasn't soft or nothing.
He wasn't soft, but I mean, I'm pretty. If you brought the problem to him, he was gonna bring it. But at the same time, Biggie wasn't looking for no problems neither. Tupac was a nigga who was adamantly looking for shit. Like he would look for shit. Like that's
adamantly.
You know,
loose cannon.
They for real. You know what I'm saying? Like so. It's just, but for me, I would have to say my 2, Pocket Big, of course, one, but I'd have to go like Stack Bundles and Bankroll Fresh.
I was thinking about Stack Bundles.
Because, man, Stack.
I was thinking about Stack Bundles.
Because he was so close, bro.
He's up there.
He died a day after my birthday, and I was so hurt. I was like, damn, bro, because I was listening to Weatherman by, Jim Wayne, and I was like, bro, he smoked that shit. That's what made me kind of like go back, and I was listening to like, I would go online and try to find like Stack Bundle mixtapes, and then I, of course, you find like the 18 with the shit he did with Desert Storm. Shout out to Ransom and Hitchcock. Like, so I always, I was like, so I was a fan of Dog. So when Dog passed away, I was like, fuck, like damn. And then to hear that he was so close, like he was literally so close, and they was actually saying might have done a deal with, there was going to be a Dipset Cash Money deal with him, because he said Wayne had fuck with Stack Bundles, he fuck with Brett Tough, so they was actually speaking on like doing that deal. Like that would have been crazy. He could have been in Young Money, he could have been Stack, Wayne, and Nick. It could have been Stack, Drake, Wayne, and Nicki. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of things could have transpired, but he was so close. And then Bank was just close too, man. And Bank and all his tapes are classics to me.
Yeah,
so.
Another one I probably would say would probably be Nipsey, because Nipsey was a rapper who hit his peak post what a lot of people would deem a rapper's prime.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to think, this man died at 33 years old. He dropped his first album. It was critically acclaimed. It was a classic.
Yeah.
Under a major label. You get what I'm saying? Of course, he gave us work before that, but I'm talking about Victory Lap is a pinpoint in rap history.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And then he's gone.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
That's that shit that goes back to what I'm talking about, bro. When these niggas give us certain shit, bro, you don't know if we didn't think that Nip was gonna get killed the way he got killed.
Hell no. That shocked the shit out of me.
You get what I'm saying? I remember that day like we was recording. We got an episode where we got to open the show talking about that shit.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? This man got killed. Nah, I don't believe that shit, bro. Hell no.
Yeah.
Nipsey was having a major year.
Yeah, he was running it up, man.
He was running it up. But guess what? We're not getting nothing else from him. That's it. Yeah. All we got is Victory Lap. But guess what, though? There's an appreciation factor because maybe, I don't know, the universe works in mysterious ways. God works in mysterious ways. We just don't know the plan. Yeah. But everybody knows everybody going to have their time. But you got to appreciate it. Because I never would have thought that Nip wouldn't give us another album on. This ain't going to come back in 2019, 2020. He might run that shit up again. Nah, that's it. You're out of here.
Same thing with Dolph too, man. Like,
And then it always be the wackest ways. We
Yeah.
can't help the way it went out, but it always be the wackest ways.
yeah,
Dolph, same shit.
super whack. Like
Super whack.
super fucking whack.
You get what I'm saying?
Like, man, I still, cause it's like, damn, bro. I be thinking like,
You know, Dolph didn't shy away from putting out no fucking music.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I was about to say. Like, bro, we would have had so much Dolph music bumping right now, bro. He would have had another one. You know what I'm saying? Going through him and Key Glock probably would have did a Dumb and Dumber 3 or maybe been on 4 at this moment. Like, bro, it would have been so much bangers coming out from this nigga. And we gotta
appreciate life, and that's why I always tell people, like, when I end the show, and I always be like, dog, be safe. I really mean that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Really watch it. Motherfuckers just take life day to day like it's light. Your life is valuable, bruh.
Yeah.
Life is fucking valuable. You better value that shit, bruh.
Yeah, because you might not be here tomorrow.
You get so caught up in, having that mindset of, man,
I'm not doing enough, or man, why
I'm not doing enough. Not only that, or I can keep doing whatever the fuck I want to do. You better be careful, bruh.
Yeah.
Be careful of what you're doing and how you're doing it.
Yeah.
Do what you do, but be mindful of how you do it.
Yeah.
Because you playing around, motherfuckers is playing around out here, losing their lives.
Yeah.
You getting caught up in dumb shit. You getting locked up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't care what nobody say. Once you in jail, you somewhat are dead.
You're dead. You're physically not dead, but niggas, you're dead.
Your spirit is gone.
You're gone.
Period.
You're gone. I don't give a fuck how many motherfuckers post on on Twitter. Oh, somebody's in jail with a big screen TV and they got all the snacks. And they would trade your place to be you any days of the week, nigga.
Second, that's not even good eats.
Thank you.
It's not even good eats.
Diabetes, nigga.
You get what I'm saying? So, again, RP to DJ Clark Kent again, y'all. I didn't be to get off on the tangent run, but I'm passionate about that appreciation shit, bro. Mm-hmm. My mom, one thing my mom always taught me is be appreciative. That's why I take pride in my shit.
Yeah.
Anything I ever bought or anything I ever had, I take pride in that shit, bro. Mm-hmm. I don't treat it like as if, I could just go buy another one. No, you just can't go always buy another one. Yeah. You can't just always go. No, you can't always go do that.
Gotta appreciate what you got in front of you, man.
Yeah, my mom used to buy me shit, and I went through a little thing because you a kid. I broke a toy, and I'll never forget. And I thought my mom could just go get me another one. No, you can't. No, that's it. That's it. You're done. Mm-hmm. And I'm shocked. I'm like, damn, I can't get another. No, because you don't know the value of it.
Yeah.
And after that, as you get older, you start to grow appreciation. But I'm talking about appreciation across all spectrums. Yeah. Appreciate the work that you put in real time. Don't be so worried about the future. It's good to think long term, but the long term is your plan long term. Mm-hmm. Don't diminish the work that you putting in real time. Because when time passes and you look back, you be like, damn, I put in some great work, but I didn't appreciate it in real time. So when you go listen to your favorite rapper, you watch your favorite athlete, appreciate the performances that they put in. Appreciate the work that you go put in your 9 to 5 every day. Because you might not have that same opportunity again, or you may not be able to put in that same work again. Because unfortunately, life happens.
Yeah.
Clark Kent was here, and he gave us some great fucking work, and we appreciated him in some good time. What I say that to say is carry everybody like that. Carry everybody like that, bruh.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, everybody has a stopping point, bruh. Mm-hmm. You gotta appreciate these people while they here, bruh. And I'm not saying that to say Clark Kent wasn't appreciated. He 100% was. I'm just saying the shit that we love, when you hear some dope shit, appreciate it. Don't think that we gonna get, oh yeah, no, fuck it. Such and such can give me another album like that. No, such and such can give me another performance like that on the court. Oh, such and such can give me another performance like that on the field, on the football field. No, you might not. Michael Irvin had to retire because he had a neck injury. Mm-hmm. He still had more football to play.
Yeah.
Sterling Sharp had to retire because of an injury. We probably thought we was going to get, no. You got to appreciate these moments, bro. So again, RIP to DJ Clark Kent, God's favorite DJ.
Facts.
Condolences to his family. And that's all I pretty much got on that, man. So in other news, man, we got Lil Durk.
Lil Durk
arrested, charged with possibly a murder for hire situation. If found guilty, you can most likely
Death
life
penalty.
and death. They're looking for the death penalty, life in prison type shit.
Mm.
Murder for hire is one of the things I think people don't really understand how serious that is. That's damn near worse than the actual person who did the killing.
Yeah, I mean, you set it off
setting it
motion.
up.
You set the motion because sometimes when it comes to murder, and somebody dying, sometimes it just things just arrive, like incidents happen. This isn't just a thing that happened. This was plotted. That means that they sat together with him and his co-conspirators and conspired to kill somebody. This was a thought out plan. This is not something that just happened at a club and people got to arguing. No, these niggas sat down and said, hey, this nigga gonna be in LA at this time. I'm gonna fly y'all niggas out there. That's how, and that's the seriousness.
Getting the shit in your name.
It's retarded, bro. And I say shit like this, and I'm gonna just keep it funky with y'all with this Lil Durk shit. I'm gonna keep this shit all the way funky with y'all. Like, my nigga, on some real shit, bro. Why the fuck are these niggas putting everything in their name for once? Why are these niggas going around? These niggas are clues and trails are just being. It's like
let to them.
Once the case, I know once the FBI
you have niggas on a lower level who don't have the money as Durk who get shit done.
And nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
But these niggas leave bread trails and crumbs, and I don't know what it is with Chicago. Maybe because, of course, in every area, it just seems like, I know for Chicago specifically, it's very segregated. So the majority of the black people are on the west side and the south side. The south side is like huge. The south side is damn near it's like big as Brooklyn, or maybe even bigger than Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how big the South Side is. So a lot of the things that get done on the South Side, like if you die or something, they don't even really got no trauma centers around there. So if a nigga get clapped out there, nigga die out there, they got to send them all the way on the other side of town damn near. And by that time, a lot of people die over there. A lot of people, it's very sad, but it's, their police, they don't give a fuck. They don't care. So they kind of take that mentality and kind of take it everywhere else. And it's like, bro, the rest of the world don't work like that. You kill a nigga in Beverly Hills, they're going to find out. Mm-hmm. They're going to figure it out. They're going to try to figure it out. And, no disrespect to, Wallow. I fuck with Wallow. No disrespect to Wallow. But you can't compare. And I'm going to go back to Chicago. You cannot compare. And because I see this going around, people, they should have listened and all this other shit. And I'm like, bro, you can't compare what Wallow did. Wallow did 20 years for armed robbery, which is, not knocking that, man, brother did his time, came out, do great. You can't compare that to these little niggas who have basically been been in a Cold War since they've been 12 years old. Mm-hmm. They've literally been battling. People have died on that other side. And I'm talking, this is for,
they're losing friends at 12, 11, 13 years old.
There's no talking to these niggas. These niggas have already got in their mind who's the enemy.
Retaliation is a must.
It's a must, bro. You killed you killed my best friend when I was 12 years old. And some of these kids wasn't really street people. Their friends got killed. Oh, man, my cousin died. Once my cousin died, I was like, fuck these niggas. You know what I'm saying? And for Wallow, it was different because he said he had to forgive his brother he had to forgive the guy, his brother's killer. But at the same time, this is a different age now. These little niggas are spanking shit, and then they'll kill your brother and then go make a song about killing your brother. Then go and mock his death on IG.
Yeah, and I think that what Wallow is speaking to is really the man aspect of being a man, in terms of it's hard to turn that cheek, but you got to do it. Like he said, because if I didn't do it, this is the other side. I wouldn't be here to take care of my grandmother.
True.
I wouldn't be here to take care of my mother. I wouldn't be here to take care of my niece and nephew. And that's the overarching point I got with Wallow in terms of that. Because guess what? Durk has a aunt. He has probably a niece and nephew. He got kids. He got a grandmother. Yeah. He got a mom. But you can't have the niggas in your ear saying, nah, dog, you got to spin it. You got to spin for Vaughn. You got to spin for such and such. You got to spin for that. So when Wallow was saying that, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because it happened to them at a way earlier age.
Yeah.
With Wallow in terms of what they was going through. I get it.
Yeah.
But I think what Wallow's overarching point was, at the end of the day, look what you got in front of you. Yeah. This is the same interview where they got $1 million cash sitting in front of them.
Yeah.
$1 million in cash sitting in front of them. Mm-hmm. That $1 million cash stood out to me because you know what that told me? You got it. In terms of a tool to take care of the people around you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
And I think that's what made Wallow so passionate is because he said it. I seen these dudes come in here. Once they get them numbers, they're gone. And I'm not talking about physically. They're gone spiritually, mentally. Yeah. It's done.
Yeah.
They're not going home. So I had to forgive my brother's killer because I wouldn't be here to take care of my grandmother, my aunt, my sisters, my nieces, my nephews. I wouldn't be here to do it. And he's 100% right.
Yeah.
So when these rappers get put in these situations, you just got to hold them accountable in their light, bro.
Yeah. And also in those situations, the choices have to be made because, yeah, you want to go avenge your friend's death, but like you said, this causes ripple effects because, like you said, you get caught. You're not here for your kids. You're not here for your wife. You're not here for your mom or any of these things. But these kids have it. These niggas have it in their mind from 12 to 13 that like, bruh, this is what I'm on. Like, I don't give a fuck if I have a family or kid. A nigga killed my dog. We from the and these niggas they're all from the same gang. All these niggas is BDs. So it's like, bro, we blood in blood out with this shit, bro. Like if nigga take one of my partners, like we gotta stand for that. We gotta like the mentality for them is always going to be the same because this is just how they are. Chief Keef is the only person who had the train of thought to be like, you know what, bro. I mean, for one, he kind of was forced out because the police basically was like, nigga, if you come back here, we're going to lock your ass up. So he didn't really have no choice. But he also had the foresight to take 2 of his good friends and leave everybody else the fuck behind and just went and, continue to make music and, kind of, try to stay away as far away from that shit as he could. But Durk, if you realize, Durk was still going back and forth to Chicago. Even when he left and moved to Atlanta, he was still going back and forth to Chicago. So his loyalty, I guess, to his people it was stronger than I guess, to anything else. And it's not a sad situation because nigga, this is how the streets are. People do snitch, people do tell. This is not new. This is just part of what it is. People saying, oh, he was loyal, he was disloyal to God snitch. Yeah, he was, but at the end of the day, my nigga, that's the game. That's what happens when you're in the streets. People tell, people rat. This is not like people have been doing that since the beginning of the time. So it's not even no new nigga shit. Because if you go back in time, even those old niggas was telling. Mm-hmm. So you can't put it on no shit like that because motherfuckers been ratting, been telling is a part of the game, especially when you're dealing with people. See with them, it's because I've done a lot of like, bro, I did my capstone project on these niggas in 2014 as far as the effects on music and what it had and what it does to people. Mm-hmm. Because I remember I was just so like, damn, bro, I was doing all my research on them for my capstone back in the day as far as like Chief Keef. And this is when Chief Keef first came out and just seeing the effects of how the music had on these kids. And then me getting older and starting to learn more about this shit. I'm like, man, these little niggas was fucked from the beginning. Like it was always going to be this for these little niggas, bro. Chief Keef just got lucky. But for the rest of them, it was always going, bro. It was, and until you make that decision to be like, you know what? I'm just not dealing with this shit. I'm gonna be a square. Like Chief Keef, he ain't no square, but Chief Keef is away from all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you have to make the conscious decision to just be like, you know what? I'm just gonna turn my back on everything. Mm-hmm. And if you're not willing to turn your back on everything, there's only 2 options in this shit, bro. So there's a slight third because there's a small percentage of guys who get out here and they might do things and they never get caught. Mm-hmm. But 8 out of 10 of y'all niggas gonna get catch. Cause a lot of times y'all doing shit with other people. If you're gonna commit the caper, it's better off to commit your caper by yourself. Or I don't get it. Y'all niggas before y'all was rapping. This was crazy because these niggas was criminals when they were young, and I don't think
correct. We talking about a young age, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Young age.
These people were young. These people were young criminals at young ages. So to me, it's like they know, but it's like, man, they don't really because a lot of their OGs and shit, they were all dead or in jail by. So these are kids raising kids, basically, as far as what their age group is and dealing with all of these things, people dying, gang shit, all that shit like that. But for Durk, it's just like, bro, how could you be that sloppy? And then another thing is you trying to buck on the feds and try to get light, and you did that wrong, it's just like, God damn, because in Chicago, they're so used to killing people so recklessly, they don't really have to think.
It's like it's like, I felt like what Wale was saying was gems, but it was just going in one ear out the other.
Dog, because these little niggas they've been programmed since literally 12, 13
and it's unfortunate,
years old, bro.
Some make it out, but we can't absorb the accountability factor when it comes to this.
Nah, he did.
Chief Keef got away.
Yeah, he got away.
Chief Keef kind of got some slander for getting away.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Because a lot of them.
But all he did was got away, made music, smoked weed, and he good.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't stay and get caught up in the dumb shit. He did it the right way. That's the blueprint as far as that life.
Yeah,
bro, you gotta get away. Once you start making money, and you're able to change your family's lives.
Gotta go.
It's not worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And for Durk, it's unfortunate. Like, and this is. I wish him the best as far as his stand, because the man do got kids. I don't want to see nobody go to jail for the rest of their lives. But at the end of the day, you got to be held accountable for your actions. You are possibly caught up on wire. You have transactions on your name for certain shit. Like, just, it does not make sense, bro. And if he is found guilty, he has nobody to blame but himself. We can't sit up here and coddle this man, bro. Because at the end of the day, Durk is not a kid. He's a grown man. He know what he doing.
You've been in his life since you was 12, 13 years old, nigga. Your pops was in the feds, bro. How could you not, as you get a certain age, you got to kind of look at things like, damn, bro, my pops was in the feds. I don't want to be in the feds. This nigga said in the song, 10 years, where will I be? Probably the feds. Come on, bro. Like, you're speaking on it, and then your pops is in the feds. Mm-hmm. These are things that should kind of click in you and be like, hey, man, I don't think I really want to fuck with that shit. I don't think I kind of want to go a different route with my life. But like I said, some of these niggas is just they've been in it since they've been 12. They've indoctrinated in it. This is kind of been their lifestyle. And that's the thing with Durk. Durk has been to jail before. Mm-hmm. Durk, because when people don't even realize, when Durk first came out, Durk had dreads. Durk went to jail and had to cut his dreads. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember that Durk. L's up for my hitters Durk. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I remember when Durk first went to jail, first got out, was doing it, and then he was doing his thing. Like, he's been had a target on his back with Chicago, like all of them have, especially in the beginning when they first came out. And he made a change because he got dropped from Def Jam, and then he started to do so. He was projecting in the right way, you know what I'm saying? He was getting up, even though he would still be on the bullshit sometimes because they are of the city. Things were still happening. People from his side or his crew was still getting into it with the other side, and people were still dying. But Durk always seemed to keep that good, space in between all of that. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like when King Von got out of jail and came back into his life. No offense, it just kind of felt like it just drew him all the way back into the shit, because he was actually on a case with Vaughn, but then Vaughn died, so then that case got dropped. Mm-hmm. And then when that case died, then the other shit happened, with motherfucking, with RIP FBG Duck, OTF, they was involved in that too. But Durk seemed how he skated 2 times on shit that he damned that he.
You're not gonna get too many skates.
You know what I'm saying? You're
not gonna get too many.
His luck,
Like, God really does give you signs. Mm-hmm. It's on you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like, you can't always. What I always find it funny is people pick and choose when they want to give God credit for certain shit. It's like, at the end of the day, you got your own actions. Shout out to Wall Street Trapper. I'll never forget, this story always stands out to me. Wall Street Trapper was telling the story on Joe Budden podcast when he's talking about, like, hey, he officially knew he had to get out the game. Wall Street Trapper is big in stocks. He's doing great shit with stocks. He be teaching people all that. He was talking about how he already had him been locked up twice. He beat 2 cases. Mm-hmm. He said the last time he knew he was done, because he was still in the streets trying to get it, he said him and his partner went and they hit a lick.
Yeah.
And it didn't go the right way. And the dude had a 12 gauge to the back of his head.
Ooh.
And his partner said to him, he said, hey, listen, I can't stop you from killing my dog. But I promise you, if you kill him, it's going to be 3 dead niggas instead of 1. So this is what we're going to do. You're going to put the gun down. Me and my man, we're going to go. No feelings lost. Dude ended up putting the 12 gauge down. Them boys left. He said he got in the car. He told his partner, he said, that's it, I'm done. I'm bowing out. Mind you, he already done beat 2 cases. That was his last one. You know what? Look what he doing now. You know how I always say how God had to keep 50 Cent here.
Yeah.
He got shot 9 times. Mm-hmm. People died for less.
Yeah.
Look what 50 Cent doing now. Look at all the amazing shit he doing here now. It's like sometimes guy gotta be like, all right, nigga, I gotta keep you here. Yeah. But the next time, it's like, bro, I can't do nothing for you. That's how I take it with Wall Street Trapper. Wall Street Trapper is here doing amazing shit because he had to be here.
Yeah.
But he only got but so many chances. One time, he was telling the story, he said, but unfortunately, some people that I know didn't have the chances I had. First, I had a homie. First time he was serving. Him and his cousin was in the car. Cardinal rule. You don't never serve nobody in the back seat.
Hell no.
Dude got in the back seat. They were serving him. Shot him twice. Shot his cousin in the back of the head. He died. He ended up going to he ended up being paralyzed. He back doing a regular 9-to-5 job. You shouldn't have been in that situation no way. One time. It only took his cousin one time to lose somebody and have himself fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But look at the chances that Wall Street that just Durk. He was skating. God already had to give you your warnings, bro. And then get to a certain point, you only get but so many chances, bro.
And then the thing with 50 is concerned, I know there's some backstory, him getting shot and the person who did it, possibly, passed away, things of that nature. But 50 could have just kept going on with the shit. He could have been 50. Please believe, bro. I honestly think if 50 could have had a chance, if he could have had a chance to try to get Ja Rule smoked, I'm pretty sure he would have had tried it. But
50 was always smart when it came.
But that's what I'm saying. He was like, nah, bro. He left the shit go.
He left shit alone. 50 was petty. He wasn't pussy. He and all the other shit. But as far as Yayo say it all the time. You could be in the car, you don't know what's going on. Motherfucker talking about, no, we not gang. Me not gang. Yeah. Yayo say it all the time. We moving smart though. Get BPs. Get bulletproofs.
Yeah.
50 moved smart. He knew what to do, and now look at all his enemies. Look at them.
Fading away.
They gone.
Yeah, they gone.
They either dead or they in jail for life.
Yeah. Henchmen, gone.
Cream?
Gone. Everybody that he didn't really had an issue with, he didn't either... as far as like a real issue, not no music, but like a real issue, they either gone, dead, jail, or he stomped.
And look what 50 doing.
Yeah.
Getting Emmys. He flourishing other people, some of our own legends' careers. Method, Mary.
Yeah. Bringing them back, bringing them into the
Kendrick done had a little appearance in power. You get what I'm saying? 50 has affected a lot of lives. But that goes back to taking your opportunities and running with them. Don't take these chances for granted. Some people only get one time.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And like Durk had, like I said, he didn't had multiple times where he could have easily been like, you know what, bro, I'm gonna just leave.
But you know what? They always catch you, and I always say this. They always catch you when you think you good. Think about it. Getting key to the city, changing his life. He Muslim now.
No, he been Muslim. But I guess this is his more of a pushing peace.
Pushing peace. Cool, but guess what? Consequences don't have no expiration date. Consequences do not have an expiration date. You have to always be mindful of how you move in life, because it don't matter what the fuck you doing now. You can be held accountable for what you did 25 years ago.
Yeah.
You can be held accountable for what you did, and they always come when you least expect it. Like I said about Diddy. Diddy is 56 years old. You're supposed to be cruising. You towards the tail end. You're supposed to be chilling.
Now you got to fight for your life.
Old. Now you got to fight for your life at 57, 56 years old, nigga. But guess what? When you was 30, I'm untouchable.
Yeah, doing all this other shit. And
you 35, I'm untouchable. 40, I'm untouchable. I ain't got to worry about shit. R. Kelly thought the same thing too.
Yeah.
He said, we hear him on video. You should have did it back then. Okay, I got something for you.
Yeah, we got you now, nigga. And then
now you gonna be in the pen at 70 years old. And Diddy most likely the same shit.
Yeah, he'll be up there too. But the thing with Durk, and another thing with Durk is like, man, as far as this whole thing, because it's like, bro, you already survived this shit in Chicago. Like the nigga, like this whole thing with Quando, like these niggas ain't even from your city. These niggas from some whole other area. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, this shit didn't even have to get to this point, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, but once again, it seemed like when King Von got back into his life, that's when all the fuck shit he was trying to leave, it just seemed like it all kind of started creeping back.
And for me, I don't really speak on this topic at all because like I'm not really knowledgeable when it comes to, the the gang culture in Chicago or gang culture period. I don't really deep dive into that stuff. I'm outside looking in. So I'm not really gonna speak on to, the why of what they do. I'm just speaking from a standpoint of you a man who has elevated to levels that a lot of your peers didn't. And you have 7 kids. At some point it had to click in your head about I need to separate myself from this and be here for a long time. That's all I'm speaking to. I'm not speaking to, who got this going on with this gang and none of that. That's not my place. So I don't speak on stuff like that.
Yeah.
What I will say is though, when you reach that level of notoriety, fame,
you're supposed to be done.
And fortune,
you're supposed to be done with that.
Especially when it comes to being able to take care of your family, you gotta separate from that. I can speak to that. You get what I'm saying? But it's like I said, it's unfortunate because at the end of the day, the kids are affected.
Yeah, that's
the kids. When I seen that Durk shit, the first thing I thought about was his kids.
Yeah, leaving 7 of these kids, and one of his sons is like a really good football player. Now imagine you can't see that no more. You can't physically go to.
It may be a high possibility that you're gonna see your father behind bars for the rest of his life.
And it's a thing of like, man, this is a constant effect because your father was in jail.
Yeah.
Now your father's getting out of jail. And
it's a domino effect.
And now you're going to jail.
And hopefully his son is able to stay on the path because
and break that curse.
He grew up in better situations than his father did. He didn't grow up in the trenches like Durk unfortunately had to do, and then Durk's father unfortunately had to do.
Yeah.
Hopefully this breaks the cycle.
Yeah.
And because I always think about it, even on the dumb shit, when I see people going at it back and forth, like, dog, your kid's gonna see y'all two going back and forth one day.
Yeah.
Hopefully the kids will be the one to break the cycle of, this is it, and we not doing that. You get what I'm saying? But when Derrick got locked up, that's the first thing I thought of. I thought about that man kids.
Yeah, and my first thing was like,
you gotta be here for them, bro.
My first thing was like, man, that Chicago era and shit, that shit is old, bro. The only person who survived that shit is like Chief. He's the only person who survived, bro.
You gotta salute him in that aspect because he got away from Chicago, bro.
He got bro. If you look at most of these guys, I'm gonna just naming people. So Chief Keef is pretty much the only Chief Keef, Ball Out, Capo. Those are Chief Keef's. Ball Out, Tato. Those are like Chief Keef's. The 2 people, and I think it's somebody else that he brought over with him, and that was it. Everybody else, Fredo didn't pass away from gun violence, but he passed away. Capo passed away. Reese is in jail. Blood Money passed away. J Money passed away. Fucking who else? Pretty much everybody in OTF is in jail. You know what I'm saying? Rondo number 9, jail. L.A. Capone passed away. You see they in jail. E-Day passed away. Like, bruh, it's like 30 of these niggas, bruh, who's either dead.
Gonna break the cycle?
You know what I'm saying?
Who's gonna break the cycle?
And you had all the chance, and it's crazy because, bruh, you had all the chances in the world, bruh. You literally, at one point in time, my nigga, you was literally like top 5 hottest rappers in the game.
And the way they are moving with the, we're in that time of lyrics being used against you in court type shit.
They're cooked.
This nigga Durk is literally saying what the fuck happened. But see, I'm a person who looks at music as just art. I've always been this way. But guess what? When it comes to these crimes and they're trying to connect the dots, they will pull up that shit. Like Joe said, I was listening to Joe say, you don't have to live your raps. You know how many lies I told in rap? And this is what I always try to tell niggas, man. Y'all niggas gotta just look at these niggas in their art form.
Yeah.
Some things you may believe to be true, some things you may believe to be lies, but there's a key word in here, believe.
Yeah.
Believe don't make it automatically fact. You gotta take shit at face value. But also as an artist, you gotta move smart too.
Yeah, I think for them, it's like when they first came out, I think that what draw them to people was like, man, these motherfuckers are actually rapping and doing the shit that they're rapping about. Because the only person I know for me growing up, the only person who I kind of really felt like that was Lil Boosie. That was the only person who I really felt like, damn, everything this nigga, like Lil Boosie, 50 Cent. There was a couple of niggas who I felt like, oh, this shit real. Like, there was only a couple niggas who I listened to and be like, oh, and Jeezy, I used to be like, oh, this shit real.
Yeah.
This shit real.
And some of it, it's not on us to determine that. What I'm saying, a lot of us can, some of these niggas is really doing the shit they're saying. But there's levels to that.
Yeah.
I've always said, because you can't pick and choose. Whether it be true or not, you as a consumer, you still have a mind of your own.
Yeah, you gotta make the decision.
You got to make a decision what you choose to believe or not. I take these niggas at face value. I don't know these niggas.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Jeezy might have been living that life. Okay, let's say that is true. What does that have to do with me as a consumer? I still have to live my own life.
I think for them, it's more of the factor of, okay, they're not, it's no cap in the rap. This is all real.
Agree.
And, because low key, bro, that's like one of the major selling points.
And there's this unwritten rule that, you have to be, authentic when it comes to being true indeed. I will always subscribe to that. But there's a lot of times with these, you don't know. A lot of these niggas could be lying. Yeah. Are they at wrong? Now I'm just talking about outside of Durk shit.
Yeah.
Me and Mo had this conversation before. Mm-hmm. Because what if you do have somebody who wants to be a rapper, but they want to rap a character? What if they want to rap a character? Are they wrong in doing that?
They're not wrong in doing that, but perception is everything. So you rapping like this character, are you really that character?
Some of them say they're not. Like, what was the little white boy who said, I don't really live that shit?
And look how far his career lasted.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, if you're talking about from a career standpoint, all right, cool. Let's just say hypothetically speaking, for the most part, all these rappers have lived the life that they live.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, on one hand, we say, we don't know these niggas, but these niggas living their life. Let's just go over the three rappers over the last 15 years. J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick.
All these guys are not.
Could we be inclined to believe that they pretty much rap the shit that they've
because they are rapping from a perspective of first of all that none of these niggas is really talking about no
street shit.
No street shit. So it's like, what I got to really lie about? You know what I'm saying? This is how I really grew up. This is my real life. This I don't really have to lie about this because I'm not really selling an image. I'm really more or less selling you on my lyrical ability, my rapping, my songwriting, my creating.
So now here's my question.
Yeah.
Am I wrong as a consumer to be just taking music as entertainment?
No, you're not.
Because there's I had a conversation with niggas, only dummies look at music as just entertainment and an art form. I'm like, what you mean, bro? How you sound? What you mean I'm wrong for viewing music as entertainment and art form? Music is an art form.
Yeah. I mean, but what they trying to say?
But he's trying to say hip hop was built on being real. At some point in time, we let lies be cool.
But at the same time, my nigga, I could kind of understand that, but at the same time, this shit
it gotta be room for both.
It gotta be room for both because some of your favorite rappers that you probably loved and endeared ain't doing all that shit, and it's obviously
exactly.
Sometimes this should be their past life, and they'll rap about their past life. Doesn't mean they're doing it right now, but from an artist, you can draw from their inspiration of your past. Not to say that you're still doing these things now, but this is what I draw from, so I can give you these records. Because if I was pulling this shit out of thin air, that's one thing. But if I really kind of lived this life beforehand, and maybe I don't do all of, like, people used to get on for Future, like, oh, Future didn't do drugs and all this shit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Future did do a lot of drugs, but I'm pretty sure he's not doing that now. But that probably was the creative drive and the force of what he did in his past to make songs of the present in the future. No pun intended. But I don't think we really can sit there and try to, go crazy on a nigga because he's thinking, oh, all this shit ain't what he's saying is not real. Because at the end of the day, some of your most people who you think are the most convincing people they're the biggest liars. You know what I'm saying? So I really can't sit there. I feel like you said, there could be room for both because there is a lot of guys who have lived a certain life and don't even want to rap about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of niggas don't even know Flo Rida used to be a street nigga. I ain't never heard Flo Rida make no street nigga music. Pitbull used to be a street nigga. Never heard Pitbull. Back in the day, he might have did a little bit, but once Pitbull threw on that suit, that nigga said, fuck that shit. That nigga threw on that suit, and that nigga started, elevating his career to a point he probably never thought he was going to get to. You know what I'm saying? Akon, a certain ways. Akon was a street guy too. Akon made Locked Up. That's probably like his only real street song I can think of as far as like him, not him being on the hook, but like these are niggas who have actually lived a street life but don't talk about it or don't put it in music. And then you got some niggas who have never lived the street life, but they might be very talented at rapping the street life. It's crazy. It's a crazy kind of thing, and I just think people gotta kind of you know, we shouldn't be so hard on one and be and put our nose up at the other and things of that nature. Because there's a lot of guys who y'all perceive as one way and they're really not that. And there's some guys who you wouldn't like. Nobody would think Lupe Fiasco is a street nigga, but Lupe Fiasco comes from a street nigga background. But you would never know that. You know what I'm saying? You would never know that.
Right.
But it's Kendrick Lamar the same way. He comes from that element, but
Right.
he just chooses not to talk
You
about
got
it.
friends, real life friends who are gang related.
Who are gang related, but
Right.
he
didn't choose that path.
And you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's the same. Like I like him with like Lupe Fiasco. Like, bro, these guys are real. Like, you know, Common was a four corner hustler. That's a gang in Chicago. But I've never heard Common rap about. Well, he honestly he's affiliated with the four corner hustlers. I've never heard Common be on no street shit.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like
just a transition. Because we just have to wait to see how Durk shit play out. How you feel about Punch tweets about hip hop journalism? How it got to be better?
In what way?
Well, he was just basically saying, let me read some of these tweets. I respect hip hop journalism and I feel it's needed in its truest form. It helped keep the culture alive, but it's only a few real ones left. Most of you guys are trash. Just my opinion. That's why artists don't want to talk to you.
I have to see his point in that.
So when a hip hop artist does something on a platform that's outside of the realms of hip hop, is that artist turning their back on hip hop, or it could be them helping expand hip hop? I guess that's two separate points.
I think
go ahead. Here we are. We all know what this is going back to. He talking about the DJ academics of the world.
Yeah.
Here's my thing with academics. And I said this before, and I tweeted about this. Hip-hop is not a monolith. We're way past some days.
Yeah.
We have to accept the fact that there are a lot of branches in hip-hop. You, as a consumer, have complete control of what you consume. You could be frustrated. You can be upset. Academics is here, and he's here to stay. And others like him. But we all know this is 9 times, this is about academics.
Yeah, it is.
Let's not pussyfoot. I don't understand how people can be so upset with academics when you completely control what you consume. This is coming from somebody, I don't give a fuck what academics do. Academics is not even my cup of tea. But the fact of the matter is, he's like the new age Funk Master Flex. That's just what it is. When that beef went on between Kendrick and Drake, he was getting the drops.
True.
That's just what it was.
True.
He was getting the drops from one of the sides. That's where we at with it. As far as the hip hop journalism, like everybody has a place in here.
Yeah.
What you choose to pay attention to is on you. If you feel like certain people are placed and they're the ones who, okay, then fine. But that's just what it is. You have this. If you don't want to send your artist over there, then do that.
Yeah.
Bring up somebody who you think is authentic then.
Yeah.
That's my fucking problem. Niggas will sit up here all day and complain about hip-hop journalism. There are probably thousands of motherfuckers who have authentic podcasts or authentic views, but they don't have the same platform as the others. Send your artists over there then.
I like that. Yeah, it's true.
Send your artists over there who probably don't got the following that academics got. Send your artists over there. Send them to that podcast platform that don't got 1 million followers. They only probably got 100 or 1,000. Send them over. They out there, you know.
Yeah.
But you won't send them over there because they don't have the same notoriety as the academics. And don't give me the shit about you don't know. Everybody knows somebody out there who ain't as notable as a DJ academics.
And would
and who's authentic in their message and they're giving. Have your multi-platinum artists go sit over there and bring that platform up.
Facts.
Put them on. Instead, you want to complain about academics all fucking day. I'm tired of that shit, bro. Yeah. Meek Mill, he used to do the same shit. Y'all crying. Bring somebody up that you know who's authentic in their platform and put your artists over there, or you go sit down with them yourself and go bring them up. Put them on, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Because they out there.
True indeed.
I'm pretty sure there's a podcast just like me and Mo who've been out here since 2015, 16. Who probably just ain't as big as academics. Who you could probably go send your artists over there to go talk to them. But you know what y'all do? Y'all be like, oh, that's why y'all such and such ain't popping. Y'all shit ain't doing no numbers. But you sit up here, you complain about academics. Which one is it? There's plenty of there's positive from y'all perspective, hip hop journalists out here.
Yeah.
Who ain't gonna be on the goofy shit, who gonna deliver a positive message. This is not me shitting on academics, because for what academics has done, he's done great in that way. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with everything Act does, but I can't take away the work that he's put in.
Yeah.
But y'all be complaining about Act. Do something about it.
Yeah, like you said, get somebody who got a lower, who might not have the numbers, but was genuine of the culture, genuine of the art, and like you said, it ain't gonna be on no goofy shit.
That's it.
But that's like you said, but that's for them to go and try to
exactly
reach out to, because and another thing, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of up and coming journalists who probably have reached out to these niggas and be like, "Hey man, I want to."
They ignoring them DMs.
Hell no, they
ignoring them emails.
Not enough followers, not enough views, not enough traction, blah blah. But these are the motherfuckers who care, who are not going to sit down and ask you jokey questions. They're going to sit down and really be intuitive of whoever artist is, or the art form, the code, whatever, and we still got. And we still got platforms like, what I'm saying, that have, good, intelligent,
100%.
young brothers and sisters.
Shout out to Big Boy.
Yeah, who go out there. Yeah, even somebody, like I said, I bring he ain't black, but, I love Bootleg Kev's interviews because
Bootleg Kev does good
because I feel like every artist a lot of artists he bring in, he's already in tune with their, their catalog. He knows what he's talking about when speaking. It no matter, they could be from New York, South, whatever.
We give Adam 22 and DJ Academics way too much burn as far as the complaining, bro.
And a lot of times
they are in a certain section of hip hop.
That's what I'm about to say. That's what I'm about to say. They're in a certain section.
Hip hop is not a monolith no more, bro. That's just what it is. We done grown way too much, but that's what we wanted though. Yeah. Granted, it might not be your cup of tea. Mm-hmm. But you can completely stay on one side of this hip hop spectrum. Yeah. Like the earth is here. Yeah. Do I live in China? No, I live in the fucking United States of America, bro. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? The world has grown. It's going to continue to expand. Now, from just a physical standpoint, what's here is here. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But hip hop continues to grow legs. Mm-hmm. Everybody gets so caught up in thinking hip hop is a monolith. It's not. Mm. It's not, bro. Act and Adam 22 are in a certain section of hip hop, in my opinion. Yeah. I'm not saying academics don't have a pulse on the culture or none of that, but y'all be complaining about the shit that he do a lot. And
and like you said, hip hop is not it's so vast, and like you don't even gotta
the only hip hop journalist,
and
bro.
you don't even gotta go to that side, my nigga. You don't even gotta. But a lot of them, they feel like, I guess because a lot of these people, their favorite artist,
the impact,
yeah, and they feel like, oh, my favorite artist is always on these platforms, but I don't like the platform. But it's like, my nigga, you can't really do nothing about that. All you can do is try to find the platforms that you think could do good constructive hip-hop journalism. Now, the second part, when he was like, if a person does an interview on a non-hip-hop platform, is that platform, does it make the platform bigger? And I would say, yeah, because there's a lot of hip-hop artists I remember growing up back in the day being like, damn, Jay-Z's on CNN, or that's how I knew a motherfucker was really like expand. That's when I kind of knew, like, bro, when the Snowman t-shirt made it to CNN and Fox, it was like, oh, your kid. That's when I knew. I was like, oh, this shit just not on BET no more or MTV no more. This shit done grew legs and is far beyond. Or when Cameron did the CNN interview, where, you know what I'm saying? Those types of things, they expanded, even though his was for it wasn't strictly hip hop, it was something else. But it's just the fact that we saw him, we saw a rapper on a CNN platform. When I saw when I saw Dame Dash on Bill O'Reilly and Cameron on Bill O'Reilly, I was like, oh shit, hip hop is going far. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is attacking other places that I didn't think even people even cared about.
Also, these artists, they also got to take accountability too, as far as controlling their narrative, right? Yeah. Like, if you want to play the behind the scenes role as an artist, you got to take what come with that too. Yeah. So if narratives are continuously come out and speak, my nigga. Mm-hmm. Speak. Yeah. That don't mean lash out. Yeah. That just go ahead and put your way out there. One thing I always do, I'm a straight shooter. So once I tell you something, I don't care what nobody else say. Yeah. I stand firm on that. Mm-hmm. Like, even just me, like, just going through leadership on my job, motherfuckers say shit all day. But guess what? You ain't never had that conversation with me. Yeah. That goes back to you being an artist. Mm-hmm. So if somebody have the conversation, control your own narrative if you can. And people don't want to run with it, fine. Worry about the ones who do believe you. Yeah. I believe the ones who believe me.
Facts. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can say whatever you want, it's not changing nothing. Because at the end of the day, these guys are still here. Yeah. Elliot Wilson gonna be here. At gonna be here. Adam 22, they gonna be here. Ain't shit changing. You know why? Because they built their own fucking platforms. Yeah. Nobody put them in position. So you can't kill somebody who build their own platform. Yeah. Y'all are too concerned with those people. Instead, you want to cry and bitch and complain instead of building up somebody that you have full capabilities of doing. Yeah. Or start your own shit. Even if you don't want to start your own shit, build somebody else up. They out there, you know they out there. But guess what? It ain't got the numbers. It ain't got the traction. It ain't da-da-da-da. You want academics to change. He's not changing. That's all it is at the end of the day. They are so hell-bent on changing this nigga. Academics ain't changing.
And he ain't going nowhere neither.
He's not going nowhere.
There's always going to be that sector of hip-hop that's going to fuck with bruh. And however you want to take it, however you feel about it, it is what it is, my nigga. So like you said. But another thing, not to piggyback off what you said about bringing somebody else up, I see, but what I do see a lot of hip-hop journalism nowadays, I will say there's a little bit of biasness.
There's always going to be bias. Marcus.
I mean, but the thing is, we didn't see the biasness as much. Like, okay, so I remember there was this old thing with Vibe magazine, right? There was like Vibe magazine was like, you know, kind of perpetuating the East Coast West Coast war. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
That was the big thing.
Was.
You know what I'm saying? And so there was like, I forgot, I think it was more of a bias towards like New York. They was trying to say, oh, because Biggie and thing was because Biggie, remember that magazine where that Vibe where Puff and Big was on the cover.
East versus West.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They were kind of like pandering towards them. I remember when the Source came out. I mean, when the Source was out and Eminem and Benzino was beefing. Those are kind of the only two things that I kind of saw where it was blatant, like, okay, this is blatant, this is like blatant favoritism or like blatant biasness. You know what I'm saying? Even I think with the Double XL cover, you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, they didn't want us on the Source, so we're just going to go to Double XL. And, you know, and it is kind of a backstory with, I didn't really know with Eminem Benzino, people think it's the whole beef shit, but it was really because, you know, not to get off on a tangent, Eminem felt like the Source always used to slight him. He felt like the Source never fucked with him and never gave him that proper respect. Maybe because he was a white rapper, I don't know. But then, you know, Benzino, of course, was like, man, fuck this nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? He didn't really, you know, he felt the bias. What I'm saying is, back then it was kind of hard to see the biasness on certain things. You just kind of had to like put two and two together. But nowadays it's very evident. The biasness is very, so it's like, if TDE went and brought somebody up, what's the first thing people would say? Oh, this person, when a situation happens with a TDE artist, oh, this person's biased. This publication is biased, or this person is biased because this person was brought. Because the first thing they're gonna say is, oh, this person was brought through Top Dog. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think even then, like I said, the biasness now is just way more blatant and way more open than it was back then. So when it comes to certain hip hop medias and certain platforms, when certain artists are getting put on these certain platforms, or certain things are being said, or, you know, certain controversies are being dealt with a certain way, is because people know that there is a biasness with this artist and this particular platform.
And I won't discount that at all. I do believe there are biases in music. What we got to really understand too is, at the end of the day, when it comes to music is subjective also.
True.
Can you have some truths within it? Yeah, some. All right, bro. Like, you know, this is some cap. This is some bullshit. Yeah. But at the end of the day, music is subjective, bro. This ain't like sports when we actually have something we could go to verify what the fuck happened. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Because numbers.
Because somebody, at the end of the day, somebody can like, and this is what I always say, who's supposed to be in these positions when it comes to handing out these awards? And because everybody got some type of subjectiveness in them, not naturally, because they might not like something. True. They might not just, and it could just be the music. That don't mean that he dick riding. He just probably just don't like the music. Yeah. That don't mean that he biased because he liked the music.
True.
He could truly just, you know, like it.
Yeah, he could have just fucked with it.
Or this artist has really been giving him, in his opinion, good music for X amount of time. This artist might not have been doing it for him for X amount of time. That don't mean he disliked him. And what I don't like what the artists do, and I said this all the time, especially with the athletes, I'm all knowing when I praise you. As soon as I start to critique some shit, it's who am I?
Yeah.
Now it's all of a sudden, who am I to speak?
You don't have the knowledge. Or
But
you
if I'm
didn't do
kissing
this,
your ass, I'm all knowing. I know everything if I'm praising you.
Yeah.
And that's where we kind of blur the lines. And with hip hop journalism, I feel like it's always gonna be that. We'll never get to a point where it's like clear cut one way. You're gonna have people with different backgrounds, different identities, who they align with, what they like, what they dislike. And a lot of these platforms are self-made now.
Yeah.
These are not the days of us having to go to the radio station to try to get a job to build up our platform.
True.
And it's not knocking that process neither, because that's very valuable as well. But Ebro had to do that. Funk Flex they didn't build their own platforms. A radio station helped them build their platforms. That's just, academics didn't have to do that. Academics built his community on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then expanded. That's just where we at. We got streaming now. Look at all these streamers we got in the world. I read some crazy stat the other day that said something about like X amount of the millionaires are like streamers or some shit like that. It's a lot of motherfuckers out here streaming, getting to it, building their platforms. We don't have to go through radio stations no more.
Yeah.
TV corporations no more. Them days are over with. So with that, with hip hop journalism, podcasting, a lot of podcasts are self-built.
Yeah.
They're not going through the networks no more to get their shit popping. So what I say to that is, go help build somebody else up then. If you so concerned about academics and Adam 20, I don't give a fuck about what Adam 22 ever doing. And I don't tweet about that man.
Yeah.
And I don't tweet about academics because I don't give a fuck about what they doing. Y'all want to control something. You're not controlling them.
Yeah.
That's a reality that a lot of these motherfuckers gonna have to accept, bro.
Because they're so used to that. Because they're so used to
exactly
going through the labels and
yes,
if I got an issue or something or what I this public. Because back then
you could get a motherfucker fired for something that they didn't like in the magazine.
About to say you could your job could literally be taken from you by you.
A review that you had. Yes,
I didn't like the album. Oh, you didn't like?
Oh, you have an album? All right, I got something for your ass. Yeah. And see, that's why I'm glad we got the platforms. That's why I say it's a balance at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because that was going on back then. If you didn't like a rapper's artist, cool. That's why I appreciate what Tony Yayo said on Expert Opinion. He said, that's why I don't like this shit now, because you can't tell somebody you don't like their shit. My thing was, okay, if you didn't like my record, cool, homie. Yeah. Let's try it again.
Yeah.
A lot of these artists don't want to go back to the fucking drawing board and try it again. They want to throw hissy fits.
Yeah.
And that's my problem with these. I'm not here to kiss your ass. I'm here to appreciate the music and critique it. If I'm able to buy your shit, I'm able to do critique it and praise it.
Facts.
I don't get to just praise your shit. I'm spending my money and fuck the money. Even if I'm taking my time away to listen to your shit, nigga, I can critique it. Now, do you have some trolls and people who just want to shit on some shit? Cool. I understand that. But I've seen people who've been fair in their assessment. And then as soon as they say something that you don't like, oh, who is he?
Yeah. His information, that's not credible.
He not credible. Yeah. Nigga, please with that shit, bro. I don't want to hear that shit. These niggas spend too much time crying about academics, bro. He ain't going nowhere.
Hell no, bro. Academics have been here for like a decade now, bro. Yeah, they ain't going nowhere, bro. Like I said,
don't pay attention.
There's always going to be there's always going to be a section for him. Guys like Adam 22. I mean, I think Adam 22 is a degenerate, but you know,
I don't understand how people spend so much time crying and complaining about something that they don't like, bro. I always say, just like Buddy from Griselda, I don't speak about that man. And it's not personal. I just don't like his music. Yeah. But he not the only artist I apply that to. I never was big on Juice WRLD. I've never been big on Uzi like that. Yeah. It goes across the board. Yeah. I'm not big on Larry June. Nothing against Larry June. I'm not big on him. YG, I'm not big on YG. So then in turn, I don't talk about them. Yeah. But if I was consistently talking about them, then I would be on weird time. Yeah. It'd be like, all right, bro, you already say you don't like my music. Then why are you still talking about me? Yeah. But people are not able to separate that. Y'all don't like act. Don't talk about them. Don't worry about them.
But they feel like it's funny because I think a lot of them are starting to feel like they gotta go through niggas like act in order to get to. But I'm starting to feel. I think a lot of them, certain artists. It depends to me. Like I said, it depends on what kind of artist you are. Certain artists, they feel like they gotta go through a nigga like academics in order to reach the fans that they want to reach or get to, or just the certain type of demographic that they want to get to. So they feel like Ack is the quote. I won't call him a gatekeeper because I don't even think bro would call himself a gatekeeper.
Ain't even no such thing as fucking gatekeeper.
Nah. So
You're your own gatekeeper.
Yeah, at this point. So I think a lot of people might feel like, man, if I get on academics or if academics like my shit, then my shit really gonna hit a certain demographic or certain numbers than it would be if I, didn't go on his platform. But at the same time, like I say, it depends on what kind of rapper you are. You got to realize, you also got to pay attention what type of niggas go on these types of podcasts.
Right.
If you are in that field, in that range, then by all means, go ahead. But if you a nigga not in, like, no offense. I mean, I ain't gonna say no offense because, like, on some real shit, I don't see Schoolboy Q ever sitting down with a DJ Academic.
Yeah.
I don't see
him
fucking,
doing that.
you know what I'm saying? Isaac, a SZA
What you
or
worrying
Dolce.
about that? Yeah, so what you worrying about it for?
That's not even in their whole lane.
SZA just interviewed Kendrick Lamar. This shit I'm talking about.
Yeah.
SZA ain't known to be no interviewer. She just interviewed Kendrick Lamar.
You know why? Because they wanted to keep that shit exactly.
And I think it was a good interview.
Yeah, they kept it in the circle, it kept it in the family, and they knew SZA wasn't gonna ask no dumbass shit. She wasn't going, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you want to feel that, hands on with that shit, then maybe you gotta start doing shit like that. Yeah. But like I said, it depends on the rapper. It depends on what kind of artist you trying to be. If you an artist that's in that lane, then yeah, you probably gonna feel like you need to go into academics or Adder 22, whatever the case may be.
We gotta chill out with that hip hop journalism, like, shit. Worry about the ones who doing a great. We gotta start. We gotta start praising more the shit that we like than speaking about the negative shit that we like. One running joke I always got with LeBron fans: y'all spend more time talking about that man losses than y'all do his wins. Y'all spend so much time trying to convince people about why he lost. The motherfucker got 4 rings. Talk about the 4 rings. You get what I'm saying? Talk about them championship runs. But just to transition, what did you think about Kendrick Lamar's interview with SZA?
I just thought the "not like us" part was bullshit, but other than that, it was cool. Because I'm like, man, it's all.
I get what he was saying with it, but it's a straight up diss to Drake, bro.
Yeah, like come on, like come on, bro. This shit ain't even had to be drawn out. Like, nigga, the world know what it is, bro. Come on, you know what it is. The world knows. So that's the only thing. But other than that, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? Artists like Kendrick are always like those, like I said, like a Miles Davis, like a.
How you feel about people trying to say he was clowning Drake for the same shit that he was expressing about his feelings in the interview? Basically, he was clowning Drake for the being not sensitive, but being open as far as and all that other shit.
Because here's the thing.
Do you feel like it's a fair criticism from people or it's cap?
To me, it's kind of cap because you got to think of what they're being emotional about, the issues they're being emotional of. You know what I'm saying?
And I felt like Kendrick kind of, with this interview, wasn't kind of new for me because he kind of told me this on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Yeah.
Like, that was a really like an open book for him. You get what I'm saying? Even though I don't like the album, I know what he was speaking to on that album.
Yeah, he talked about a lot. He talked
about a lot of shit.
Yeah, about not his as far as being a father, the shit that the whole thing with his mom, his insecurities, his aunt, the shit with the relationship shit he went through with him and his old lady. So it's like it's an open book through that lens because I feel like because for that's more of like a. I'm not here to judge, to compare plights, but that's more of a plight of people can kind of more of a humanized plight, more people can kind of understand and go through than a nigga who just crying about women. No offense, because a lot of shit Drake is very just emotional about women and certain things of that nature. These things are like real life issues, shit he's gone through. His mother has gone through shit he went through with his aunt. How that made him, that may have affected him. His aunt could have been a very major person in his life.
Yeah, and I feel like Kendrick has that speaks to his art form because he could definitely tell a story. He wanted. I always say him and Biggie is like top 2 storytellers in rap. You get what I'm saying? So the interview was kind of like a piggyback off of Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, in my opinion.
Yeah, it talked about.
You just got more direct questions and answers, with an interview. So. But other than that, I think it was good. All in all, man, the man's been having a great year. I saw the nominations that he got for the upcoming year as far as the Grammys, shit like that. He deserves every award that comes his way. I mean, he just had an amazing year, bro. That just is what it is.
You're going to sweep it.
Yeah,
it's going to be next year Grammy's going to be the Kendrick show.
Yeah, so I think when it comes to that, it's just there's no L that he could take this year, bro. I think he's just gonna have to accept that.
I mean, he's. This is literally like one of the greatest years in hip hop history. Like for one.
Correct.
Man,
it is one of the best years. I said that before. It might be a top 3 rap year.
You might have to put this
collectively speaking,
because like Wayne 2008.
Yeah.
Kendrick 2024, DMX 99.
Yeah. It's a lot of them, but he up there.
Yeah, he's
up there.
Yeah, it's impressive. It's very
definitely impressive. Yeah, so I mean, salute to Kendrick. Definitely looking forward to when the album drops prior or after the Super Bowl. I think it'll probably drop prior. He might drop a single prior just so it can lead up, or he might do some shock shit, drop it right after the Super Bowl performance. But I'm definitely looking forward to whatever this nigga got coming, bro, for sure. Have you been checking out any shows? I'm big on From and the Penguin.
Bruh, I need to check out the Penguin, man. I keep seeing all these, but I've never been a DC, so am I going
I'm not a big DC. I haven't even seen The Batman. I haven't even seen the movie Batman, The Batman. I watched this show, though. That shit hard as fuck.
Yeah, that's
kind of like an introduction to the Penguin, because the Penguin is obviously in the Batman.
And that's what I was about to ask you. Do I gotta have to have some background?
You probably don't, because honestly, it might prep you for the Batman. Because like I said, the Penguin is in the Batman.
Yeah.
So that would mean he's already at the stage of being that guy. Yeah. This is like an introduction.
I'm gonna check
to that character.
They said Colin Farrell killing it too. So
Colin Farrell killing that shit, bro.
I gotta check this out, man. Because I got
Shorty who playing what's her name? God damn, I can't say the name off the top of my head right now. But everybody's killing this role. Everybody's killing their role in the Penguin, bro.
I'm gonna check this out.
And From is amazing.
Everybody keeps saying From is a really good show. I gotta
shout out the dog. I don't know his name, but he
dog be the best man.
The best man.
Yeah. Everybody keeps saying that. I keep seeing that shit pop up a lot, bro.
Man, he's a great fucking actor, bro.
Yeah.
He's a great. From is amazing. It's kind of like a horror / drama.
Okay.
But that shit fire, bro.
I gotta check that.
That shit fired. That shit fired.
I think though, I've been watching like old shows. Like I said, I don't know if I said it's probably like I just got finished watching The Sopranos, all 6 seasons.
What you think about it? I still haven't finished that. I'm still on season 1.
My nigga, that show is amazing. Like I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't get that when people kept talking how great the show is. I'm like, man, I ain't checking that shit out. When I checked it out, bro, that's like, I ain't gonna hold you. That's like one of the top 3 shows I ever watched in my life.
Okay.
That shit is so fucking funny. That shit is so fucking funny, bro. Like, and then it's a lot of like I say like this, because people been having there's always the discussion between The Wire, Spurs, shit like that. When it comes to the crime element, The Wire's got that shit beat hands down. Mm-hmm. Like the intricacies of The Wire. There's certain things I do like about The Sopranos now, as far as from the crime element, but from the crime element, The Wire got that shit beat hands over. Like it's not even close, really. You know what I'm saying? Even from just from the certain shit, it's not even close.
Yeah.
But the human aspect of certain shit, man, The Sopranos is so funny and so like, bro, like Tony's like one of the best, like one of the most well written characters I've ever seen in a TV show. Mm-hmm. Like it's so it's just a crazy dichotomy of a bunch of shit that's going on within the show. Whether you have the dynamic of old versus new, how the old mafia was ran, how the new mafia was ran, whether it goes from like relationships, whether it goes from like, bro, one of the craziest shit episodes I've seen is like when Carmelo and Tony was going through it and it was just trying to get back together, it was getting through it. Then Carmelo finds out Tony ended up fucking this lady with one leg. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, it's the funniest, but it's funny as fuck, but it's because it's real, because it's like, damn, they just starting to get to a place of comfort. And then she gets a phone call, like, because back, in The Sopranos, they got the Guma, which is basically the side piece. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Every nigga got a Guma. Mm-hmm. Only person who ain't had one was Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Bobby was a real nigga to the end, but that show dog, you gotta watch
check it out. Yeah, I gotta check it out.
Funny, bro.
I said the other day I was gonna start South Park beginning to end, but this 24 season, they've been running it up.
South Park's one of them shits. If I feel
that
like watching,
started in '97, bro.
I just throw in an episode. You remember how crazy how South Park? I remember when South Park first came out, and this one when we first got cable a little bit. My mom was like, "You better not catch you watching."
They pushed the limits like a motherfucker, bro. Real shit. I seen a clip floating the other day when they was talking about the whole. I can't say it on air, but when they was talking about just breaking down certain, I'm like, yeah, they pushed the limits. Family Guy and South Park are insane, bro.
Yes, Family Guy is crazy, bro. Certain shit you see on Family Guy.
Wow, it's like wow. Wow, how did this get on TV? Wow.
Because it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
I think that's the only reason.
That's what it is?
It's a cartoon, bro. It's a cartoon. Because some of the shit South Park used to having,
Man,
I used
South
to be
Park
like,
be pushing them limits, bro.
one of the craziest South Park episodes I remember, bro. One of the craziest. This shit gonna stand out to me forever. Like, bro, it was the episode when Cartman, where the older dude was like kind of like he was kind of like tricking Cartman. He tricked Cartman into doing like some gay shit. Like he tricked him into doing like some real gay shit. Either like drink semen, something super gay. And so Cartman found out. Cartman set the shit up to where he had the nigga's parents killed and then like grinding them up into like beef or meat and had the nigga eat his parents. And then as he was eating them, Cartman was telling this nigga what happened. And then the nigga started crying and Cartman was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll wipe your tears." I'm like, bro, this shit is fucking insane, bro. That's been a wild episode, bro. If y'all remember that episode, bro.
Bro, like I said, they always, and everybody gets it.
Yeah,
everybody gets it. It's just even like, and this is, of course, we just talking about what we seen on the show. Like, I don't disrespect no groups of people.
Yeah,
it's love for everybody, but everybody gets it. Family Guy, everybody gets it, bro. I'll never forget when Peter was running, and no, he wasn't running. Some African was running.
Yeah,
and he, when he fall, he hurt his knee.
Yeah.
And they started doing like the pop noise.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like he started doing the pop noise with his mouth. I'm like, oh no, bro. Them boy pushing the limits.
I ain't gonna lie.
Some of that shit, I ain't gonna front. Even as a black person, I laugh at some of that shit. I'm not even gonna front.
It's funny.
You can have some tasteful comedy, bro. Like you can have some like, you can get on a certain group of people and not being racist is just straight up just saying slurs.
Yeah.
But some shit you be like, all right, bro, like they got that one off. I can't even front.
And The Sopranos is one of those shits where it's like
that Uncle Ben shit was wild, bro.
Dog. And the thing is, the dude who he was Mad Metal was dating, he was mixed. He was Jewish and black.
Mm-hmm.
That was another man. Tony started tripping when he found that out, bro. But dog, some of that shit to be saying, bro, it be so like it's racist as fuck. But I ain't gonna lie, some of that shit is funny as hell, bro. And it be so because this thing that's funny about The Sopranos is almost like these niggas are like, it's almost the person who wrote it, David Chase. It's almost like he was mocking them.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a mockumentary in a sense because some of the shit they just like it'd be like, dog, how stupid are you? Like some of these niggas, the way they're tired, the way they were thinking, it's like, bro, that's so fucking stupid. But it's like David Chase highlights it so much to make it be like, hey, they think this shit is something, but in reality, it's like, okay, that shit was dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious, bro. It's like literally that. I mean, my favorite show of all time, if anybody knows me, is Entourage. That's always gonna be my favorite show. But I ain't gonna lie, The Wire's probably like a close second. I ain't gonna lie, man. Soprano might be cracking my top 5, man. That shit was. That shit is funny.
I'm gonna actually sit down. I'm gonna run through.
But hold on, but not to get off. But another episode. This shit that just came out, bro. South Park did like a whole like an hour-long episode on the Ozempic.
I remember that.
Dog, that shit been funny as a bitch. But they also said some real shit in there too.
They took a shot at Lizzo on that shit.
Hell yeah, the boy, dog. That shit funny as fuck because the shit that was actually crazy is like how they was describing the healthcare system within the shit. And that was real as fuck how basically you got to go through all these things. And the people that actually need it can't get it. But these motherfuckers who don't need it somehow happen a way to get Ozempic. You know what I'm saying? So that shit is, I'm just saying just in TV in general. But like you said, South Park and fucking Family Guy, they push that shit to all the way.
All the way to the limits. So moving on, man. This Kawhi Leonard shit with the Clippers, man. Story came out about how, initially Kawhi's, trainers and people had told the Clippers that one of the knee injuries that he had would take 730 days. If you know what 730 days is, that's 2 years. Now, one of his trainers has a lawsuit against the Clippers. The Clippers responded. Basically, was like, this is in, false merit, all this other stuff. We all know Kawhi now is out for extended period of time due to knee inflammation. All I have to say is this, because I'm so sick of this fucking circus with Kawhi Leonard. And this is nothing against Kawhi Leonard personally. He's one of the greatest players we've ever seen. But I'm over it. I'm over. I'm over this whole Kawhi Leonard fiasco with this. He has done nothing for the Clippers since he's been there. Absolutely nothing. And I'm not going to sit up here and act like there hasn't been finessing on both sides. Because Kawhi was low managing in Toronto. See, a lot of people, you see that he played 60 games that year. And one of the stipulations he had coming to LA was to low manage. So then last year, you play in my face, you say, oh, the goal is to play all 82. You was never playing 82 games, Kawhi. You wasn't doing it. You played 60. 64 was the most games he played over the last 6-7 years. He played 68 or 64 games last year.
You know what I didn't realize?
That's the most games he's played in the season in years.
Bro, you know what I was watching, not to get off on that. You know Jimmy Butler, the max games he's played throughout his whole career is only 67?
No way.
Promise you, bro. I was watching the Hornets and Heat play last night, and I heard the announcer say that shit. The max game I think he played, I don't think he's ever played over 70 games in his whole career.
Jimmy Butler you're right. He has 82 highlighted, but he only started 20 games, 2012, 2013. He only started 20 games, but he was on the log for 82. No, the most games he's played is 76. That was 2016-17 with us.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. The most game he's played with Miami is 64.
Yeah.
Wow, but Jimmy don't get hurt like that unless he low managing like a motherfucker. Then
he must be. Cause when I heard that, I was like Jimmy Butler. Cause every time I think of Jimmy Butler, I think of nigga playing through injuries and all this other shit. But
that's not the case.
Yeah. It might be more prevalent than what we think.
That's crazy. Jimmy Butler been kind of skating with that shit, but I guess it's because in the long run he's here.
Yeah.
His playoff run, he don't be hurt like that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. But what you think about this whole Kawhi shit?
Man, like I've been saying before, that knee has been cooked. That knee's been done. That's why it's been always load management and, not playing here. Because my whole thing is what they trying to do is, it's kind of crazy because it's like for Kawhi, he trying to preserve himself. He's been trying to preserve himself literally since 2019. I feel like that knee was shot during the whole playoff run that he won the championship.
It probably was.
It probably was shot.
But he was, I won't say that because he was moving so fluently. Yeah, I was looking back at some of them highlights from that 2019 playoff run. Mm-hmm. This is different Kawhi, bro.
Okay, so you don't
way more explosive. Getting to his spots. You didn't see no grittiness. Yeah. Now, against the Bucks, he had a couple of plays where he was like, but he was just playing through it.
Yeah.
This shit now, he just can't. Bro, I knew he was cooked last year when he caught that alley-oop dunk and he was hanging on that fucking rim.
He didn't want that impact on that knee. He didn't want to drop and put all that pressure on that knee. It's just a thing of he kept trying to preserve himself, but eventually that shit gonna catch up to you because the trainer said you need 2 years to fully recover. You already know the Clippers ain't waiting 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to figure out a way. Okay, how can I kind of just ease my way? But the thing about that shit, what there is that was always gonna fuck them up is, my nigga, the playoffs are always back to back, my nigga. The playoffs, you could get away with it in the regular season, but in the playoffs, you can't get away with that shit because
the most downtime you have is 2 days rest.
That's what I'm saying.
Every other day, you got a game.
So I felt like he was never going to get away with doing that.
The low management shit didn't help.
It did.
The low management shit didn't help. So when he stopped doing it last year and he was playing back to backs and all that, essentially, he didn't hurt. He was gone again.
Yeah, that's
2019. And me and you discussed this the other day. Had COVID not happened, he might have not have made it through 2019, 2020.
I know he wouldn't have. I know
that
he
shit helped him.
That preserved him. It gave him a little bit more time to focus up on.
Because you got to think, we stopped playing basketball March. We came back July.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
2020, 2021 gets hurt in the playoffs versus the Suns. 2021, 2022 out for the whole season, ACL. 2022, 2023 hurt versus the Suns in the playoffs. 2023, 2024 hurt in the playoffs again. He has given the Clippers nothing. I'm at this point now, pack it up. Pack this shit up and retire.
And honestly, bro, he put the Clippers in a bad spot, bro. If I'm Steve Ballmer, I'm shitting. I'm shitting like a motherfucker. Because with him essentially being hurt all the time.
Talking about the Clippers said that timeline is unacceptable. Yeah, I'm with them. It is.
Because 2 years?
2 years? No. We're not doing that,
my
bro.
nigga, you not Lonzo Ball, bro. My nigga,
You were the franchise player.
We need you. We need you.
Lonzo Ball been out for 2 years. You can't do that.
Thank you. We need you, bro.
So I'm not mad at people talking about, oh, yeah, you trying to rush him back out. What do you mean rush him out? He hasn't played. We're not rushing Kawhi Leonard out there. We're talking about a guy who ain't played for real.
I'd rather him would have sat out those initial first 2 years.
Then you try to hit us with it over the last couple or
it's trying to
no.
Trying to do this and let's play 20 games here. It's like let's play 20 games here. Now let's play 5 games here. Or we playing against Detroit. Let's sit against Detroit. Or we about to play the Lakers prime time. You got to play against the Lakers. Or we about to go play Cleveland. We'll sit you out. Like instead of just okay, I'm gonna sit out for these 2 years, get my knee completely healthy. Once my knee is completely healthy, then I know I'm good to go. If you would have sat out them 2 years and then and then came back, we probably wouldn't have had all of this. But it was the pressure from more. It's kind of the pressure from all sides. It's the pressure on himself because they gave you this money, so you're obligated to perform. And it's Clippers, for us giving you this money, so we're trying to get some championships. We're trying to get something, and it just kind of fucked everything up from L. Because to me, all sides are fucked up as far as at the end of the day. Kawhi's fucked up because his knee. The Clippers as a team is fucked up because they put so much riding on Kawhi that you basically build everything around him. Mm-hmm. So the Paul George, the James Harden, all this shit, a lot of this shit is predicated around Kawhi. Mm-hmm. So when Kawhi's knees fucked up and he can't perform, now it's like, okay, I came all the way to LA. I came to the Clippers, which Paul George could have been a Laker. You know what I'm saying? You could have you could have rolled with us, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's why PG essentially got the.
That's why
this whole thing is a fucking circus, bro. Just like me, just looking at it, it's like I can't really blame the Clippers for trying to, speed up that process, my nigga. Yeah. We invested a lot. Yeah. Like we became relevant again because of you.
We put all of our championship aspirations onto this nigga.
Like we gave up future first round draft picks to go get Paul George to come play with you. Like
traded away Shea.
Now you talking about he out now for knee inflammation. He's done. James Harden gonna have to run that shit up by himself.
And that's a lot to put on a 35, 36-year-old James Harden. That's a lot to put on.
We already know. James ain't about to get a no championship with this team.
Nah.
But this whole Kawhi Leonard experiment didn't work out, and that's just what it is.
But, dog, you got to realize this
but don't act like it's all on the Clippers now. We not doing that.
No. But my whole thing with the Clippers, this is kind of a 4-year thing. So
they had some missteps for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
But they trusted Kawhi off the championship run. Who wouldn't? I see somebody said the other day, looking back at this Paul George trade, do you do it? Yeah. At the time, yeah. I got a chance to pair Paul George with Kawhi coming off a championship. Yes, you do that trade.
It sounds...
It's easy to say now because of the outcome, but then, yeah, you do that trade. But to act like Kawhi Leonard is innocent in all of this, I can't roll with it, bro. Because you didn't give the Clippers anything, bro. And essentially, Kawhi didn't even like playing for real, in my opinion, now looking back at it, bro. He came into one to low manage, bro.
Yeah. But I feel like he came in low management because he already felt like the knee might have been shot even back then.
And that's why this weird... I would have got out that shit early.
Yeah, first 2 years.
I would have got out of there early.
But then
they were so hell-bent on making it work, and that's where we are now.
And then they extended him.
They extended him again.
So you got him on the hook again for what, another 3 years?
Let me look at his contract.
That's the crazy thing. They extended him. That's the crazy thing. Now, it's so a lot of saving face too, because it's like if you don't extend him, then that run the risk of motherfuckers leaving. But motherfuckers was already going. But him being hurt is the reason why people are leaving in the first place.
The last year his contract is 2026, 2027.
They gotta ride with that for about another 2 or 3 more years.
Nobody's trading for him.
Nobody's gonna trade for him unless the only thing you could do. I mean, because it don't make no sense to drop the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because it's still at the end of the day, it's still Kawhi Leonard. You just ain't gonna waive him and cut him because you still on the hook for that.
I would.
You still.
I don't care. Take the hit.
Yeah.
Take the hit. You ain't getting up for him. I say cut him now.
I mean, you might as well.
Or just ride it out, bro. Whatever the case may be. Have him ride that bench too, though.
Man, you about to say
because he not playing long term, bro. All this low man, and I know Ty Lue frustrated. I know he been frustrated. Ty Lue is a strong man as far as keeping shit. Because I know he got a lot of shit to say. But I know he fed up with the Kawhi Leonard shit. I used to read stories about how Kawhi just left a game at halftime. Basically, was like, I'm not. Yeah, I got something I got to do. I read that. Yeah, I believe it though. You know why I believe? Because Kawhi's so quiet.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get the benefit of the doubt of certain shit of him not doing. He's not above doing anything else these other niggas do. He just don't speak.
Yeah. But when he don't speak, that gives him the power in a sense, because now it's
the
like
Clippers have folded to Kawhi Leonard in every way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one coming off a championship. He's the one who did the one and done and got a championship. I don't need to convince myself to y'all. Y'all got to sell yourselves to me.
Yeah.
So I believe they made a lot of accommodations for Kawhi Leonard, but Kawhi Leonard has been able to escape criticism because Kawhi don't talk.
Mm-hmm.
He don't say nothing. But he needs to be held accountable in this suit.
Yeah, because
and I'm not saying the man got hurt on purpose, but there has been a little bit of finessing going on that side.
Yeah, because he knows, because the Clippers know the situation, he knows the situation, so he knows there's a certain type of leeway he can get within this. Oh, I think my knee's kind of flaming up a little bit. I don't feel like practicing today. Oh man, my knees kind of flaming. You know, I think I think I'll take off when we play against Orlando. You know what I'm saying? We're playing Orlando in LA. You know, I ain't even gotta show up to the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go chill out. So I think there's always was a lot of, you know, yeah, I could see him kind of finessing a little bit, but I think my finesse for him is more of, for the whole organization and them, is like, this shit is way worse than what they were trying to put out to the public.
Here it is. According to this lawsuit, Kawhi Leonard was supposed to miss 730 days with the ACL tear, but due to demand for productivity from Leonard having failed to make the playoffs in 2022, it was decided that Leonard would return to play at the beginning of the season. So this happened after the ACL tear. So you telling me when you was out 2021, 2022 season, you still needed another year off?
That's what I was about to say. No, bro, because the ACL, this ain't an ACL tear back in 2001 where your shit got fucked up and that was just like the end, like of the late 90s, bro. We saw what Russell Westbrook did. You know, motherfuckers could bounce. We saw Kevin Durant bounce back off an Achilles. It took, what, Durant a year? You know, to bounce back off his Achilles?
KD tore his Achilles 2019. He came back at the end of 2021.
Okay, so
2020.
So okay, it's like,
so he missed all of 2019, 2020,
and then came. So you know, he had a year.
KD came back after a year.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
because he tore his Achilles in the NBA Finals 2019.
You know, yeah, he came back.
He came back at the end of 2020, 2021, like right before they got hardened.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, these timetables and time frames is, you know, they're kind of, not to say that, how is his ACL injury more crucial than KD's ACL injury, and it's taking him a year to get back, and it's taking you 2 years to get back?
Here's my thing.
Well, you want another year to come back.
Even if that was everybody should have just put it out there.
Yeah.
And Clippers should have made a business decision. Or if they wanted to hide it, try to trade him. Like, but teams would have been like, "Why you want to trade Kawhi Leonard? Something ain't right."
I mean, eventually.
So basically, they was caught. I'm not even upset about how this shit played out. Because Clippers trying to protect not only themselves, but even probably Kawhi in terms of his availability and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But don't tell me you need another year for the ACL, my nigga. I'm not judging nobody's body. I'm not a doctor, but I kind of understand why they was like, bro, you need another year?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have been back until 2023 season.
You would have just been coming back last year, bro.
You would have just been coming last year.
That's crazy. And
you've been out since 2021.
But if that's what it was,
because he tore his ACL versus Utah.
Mm-hmm. But if that's what was needed in order for him to become, like, as far as
Marcus, when he came back 2022, 2023, he hurt his meniscus versus the Suns.
Yeah, his body just bad, bro.
That's just what it is with this man.
Yeah.
Ever since that whole fiasco with the Spurs,
mm-hmm.
that's when his body really started breaking down.
Yeah,
he hadn't been the same since Zaza Pachulia stepped on his goddamn ankle and shit.
I remember
that was the last time he played like the most games in the season, bro.
Yeah. I think that's probably why the Spurs were like, because that was the whole thing. The Spurs doctors versus his doctors, and
missing 2 years is ridiculous, bro.
Like I said, you can't afford to miss,
bro. I don't understand why people don't dog 2 years for ACL recovery.
That typically is not.
No, that's not normal, bro. No.
And if it take you 2 years to recover from an ACL injury, then my nigga, I really like your body is not really.
The Spurs are owed an apology.
Yeah.
The Spurs are they're owed an apology, bro. Yeah. Period. Because the Spurs was even like, hey, bro, and I'm not saying if you can't go out there, you can't go out there, but it's different between not being. Kawhi was medically cleared with the Spurs. I don't know if you remember that shit.
Yeah, he was. He just didn't play.
He didn't play.
Yeah. Because he felt like he wasn't ready.
Exactly. And that's fine.
Yeah.
But just call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
Because if you're medically cleared, there's something going on up here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But I remember the Spurs got a lot of heat for that shit, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, there was.
You needed 2 years for ACL recovery, bro. That has never happened in sports.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. And like I said, back in
And you a franchise player.
Yeah.
Lonzo didn't have no ACL. This motherfucker ain't had no cartilage in his shit. He had some other shit. This wasn't no ACL tear. Lonzo Ben was supposed to come back. I believe his knees are just bad, period.
Yeah.
But Lonzo he wasn't recovering 2 years for no ACL, bro. He had some other shit going on.
Yeah.
To tell me that you need 2 years for ACL recovery is insane, bro.
Yeah, in the 2020, because this ain't the 90s.
We got advanced, especially with our technology, bro.
Yeah,
No.
bro. Honestly, bro, you could, a year is what you need. It's medically been stated a year for ACL. You know what I'm saying? A year for ACL, bro. I ruptured my Achilles, bro. It took me, and for playing basketball, it took me about like a year and a half. But at the same time, I'm not a professional athlete. It's not my job to fix the ACL. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the Clippers have been very cautious in Kawhi Leonard.
But I came back.
I feel they have been very cautious outside looking in with Kawhi Leonard. Cause Kawhi ain't gonna play if he ain't gonna go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he ain't cut like that.
So y'all could push this whole rushing Kawhi Leonard. How the fuck that sound? When have we ever known for somebody to rush Kawhi Leonard to fucking play? If Kawhi ain't gonna play, he ain't gonna play, bruh. Mm-hmm. The Spurs are, after reading this shit, the Spurs are owed an apology, bruh. It's just no way, bruh. And I feel like Uncle Dennis, he got a lot of influence on this shit. And granted, you supposed to roll with your nephew. I never say that. I do the same. But at some point in time, we gotta be honest here. What the fuck has been going on? Y'all been finessing too, bruh. Mm-hmm. And you know the NBA money is guaranteed.
Yeah. So you ain't losing on that.
Marcus, 2 years for an ACL, bruh.
I never heard of that. When you send me that shit and that's just at 730 days, I'm like, bro, that's damn, they wanted that nigga set up for 2 years? 2 years? I was like, bro,
you might as well hang it up.
At that point, you might as well. Cause
you might as well hang it up. I can't give you you my franchise. You not fucking beer coffee.
Nah, nigga.
Take as much time as you need, bro.
We need you. We need you like now. Like we need you yesterday, today, and tomorrow. But I think, like you said, man, I think if the Clippers just would have just came out and just said, hey, man, we got to shut Kawhi down for an extended period of time. But they put all their chips in with this shit, bro. All the things that came with it, the James Hardens, the Paul Georges, Ty Lue, all this shit just because it's like, okay, you do all this just to shut him down. It's going to be like, damn, what do we do all this for?
We do all this for you still get hurt.
That is true.
You the one came out and said last year, I'm going to play 82 games. Stop it, nigga.
Bro, did you see him at that Olympics practice when he was trying to go for the Olympics? Man, it's like, dog, them niggas is like, bro, go home. They just told us, like, man, just go home, bro. Like, just go home.
Bro, listen, that nigga there is a trip, bro.
It's just everybody was trying to save face. People trying to make it seem like it wasn't as big as an issue than it really was. I put the blame, like I said, on both. Like you said, both of them, because it's both of their faults. It's because the Clippers should have been more direct with the people, with the fans, and the media, and letting them know, like, hey, bro, this nigga can't go. And like you said, it was a lot of trying to protect Kawhi, and Kawhi trying to preserve himself. And I'm pretty sure they were very transparent with each other. But at the same time,
I believe the Clippers was. I'm not saying the Clippers didn't have missteps, but to fully put the blame on them, hell no.
Nah, I can't.
Hell no.
Because at the end of the day, my nigga, you're still obligated to suit the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? You're still obligated to suit the fuck up.
And this is why I hope the next CBA, and I said this back in February, the owners hold they nuts on the players, bro. I'm sorry. It's been too much of this with this whole Joel Embiid shit.
Yeah. That's
fuck you mean you ain't playing back-to-backs, nigga? Y'all already get all these accommodations anyway. It wasn't a thing for players. Marcus, when we was watching basketball growing up, motherfuckers was playing 82 games, bro.
Easily.
It wasn't a question to be out, he ain't rest. What you mean rest?
Greg Popovich started doing that.
Greg did start doing that, but here's also. There's still accountability on the players, though, because they know what they doing. I seen Derrick Rose. Fortunately, I've been able to see Derrick Rose play in person. I'll never forget the day after the Super Bowl we lost. The Bulls played the Hornets the next day. I go up there 5 minutes before the game. Derrick Rose out for rest. He's sitting on the sideline.
Oh, I know you was shitty.
I'm shitting, bro. Now, granted, I already seen my nigga play, but it's a fact, my nigga. I come up here to see you too. Like, it just ain't the team thing. I want to see Derrick Rose.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, what the fuck are we doing, bro? These players are putting it on themselves, bro. They are. Yeah. It's a lot of passes being given to these players with this whole playing game shit.
Yeah.
See, now Adam Silver last year had to implement an in-season fucking tournament
just to keep niggas engaged.
Just to get engaged with the regulars. This is why I tell y'all, the championship is not an end-all, be-all. Y'all have made the playoffs way, 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 way more important than the regular season. It shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
The regular season 100% holds weight and it matters. But what y'all ended up telling niggas was, oh, the regular season ain't shit if you ain't got a chip.
Yeah.
That's a part of what the fuck is going on right now. Now Adam Silver is trying to implement shit. Just like what the Obama just told Halliburton. That all-star shit y'all put out there was ridiculous, bro.
It was ass, yeah.
Then you gonna play in my face, like I said then. You gonna, like I said in February, you gonna play in my face and tell me you gonna play harder with more money when you already get incentives for making an all-star team and making all NBA teams? Who you playing with? All these accommodations we made for the players, they have gotten. All we asking y'all is to play the fucking games. Now Joel Embiid done got himself investigated because you talking about you ain't playing back-to-backs again?
The fuck?
That's clown shit.
I mean, and then it dilutes the product of the NBA. So it's like, bruh, motherfuckers is paying tickets to come see you. You know what I'm saying? And you're not playing. That you're diluting the product. We have to investigate you, my nigga, because you are one of our main attractions. If you are not playing, my nigga, then people don't want to come and show up. People might not want to come and watch the Sixers play. Like
Joker come play in Atlanta. You only play there once a year.
People want to see that, bro.
The fans come up there to see you. Oh, Joker out tonight. Rest. Nationally televised game on a back-to-back. Nigga, play the first game that's not nationally televised. Don't sit out on the national televised game. You gotta start hitting the players' pockets. That's what you gotta start doing.
Yeah, you gotta start docking niggas.
You gotta start docking. That's the only way they gonna get back out here and play these games, bro.
Man, that's crazy because it's like, bruh,
I'm not hearing this pay shit neither. I'm not hearing it.
I remember them days where, bruh, my nigga, I done seen Kobe come out there with a fucked up wrist, go for 30, 40. Allen Iverson coming through, bad back. Tracy McGrady, bad back, still coming through, still playing 35, 40 minutes a night. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a different time, bruh. And people, I mean, they trying to preserve themselves, but in preserving yourself, bruh, you dilute the product too because you're not out there. I think if you're going to play, if like my nigga, you should not have on a schedule. You should not look at you should not look at your schedule for the season and be like, all right, in Detroit, I'm not gonna play there. You know, Orlando, I ain't gonna play there. You know, oh, we got a televised game versus the Lakers. I'm gonna play that one. I'm gonna make sure I play that one.
And
you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like that.
And see, here's my thing. Just to get back on Kawhi real quick. This is why I can't. Dog, when he got medically cleared in San Antonio, I was on the side of, well, if the man ain't say he right, he ain't right. Y'all might got some faulty shit going on. After this right here, my bad, Spurs.
Yeah. Because
bro.
You see how the boys do it.
No, Lonzo Ball couldn't play. He wanted to play. He wasn't medically cleared.
Yeah.
Lonzo been trying to play for some time now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Lonzo Ball ain't on the Kawhi Leonard. I believe Kawhi Leonard just been trying to rest, been trying to get over. Because if these teams have been medically clearing you, and with the Clippers ain't about to play around with they fucking franchise player. Yeah. They have been irrelevant for decades.
Yeah. And on top of
why the fuck would they play around with this man's health?
And on top of that, they're going into a brand new stadium. Like, this is
exactly, bro. It's too much money involved.
It's too much money involved. You're right. Yeah.
But what's going to happen is Adam Silver and the owners are going to have to hold their nuts on the players, and then it's going to be a cold war. We might have another lockout come next CBA.
Damn, that's what you're going to...
I 100%... The players have been afforded way too many accommodations, and I partly blame Adam Silver for not nipping this in the bud. You know how niggas always talk, oh, y'all be dick riding Stern. It's not about dick riding Stern. Certain shit just come within the parameters of this fucking sport, bruh. Yeah. Play the games.
Yeah.
That's all we asking for is for y'all niggas to play the game.
You gotta.
It's not about Dick riding David Stern. It's not even about that. It's about play the games.
And David Stern also knew about product. This is the NBA.
Exactly.
Product. It's not like we treating these niggas like we paying these niggas millions of dollars.
Bruh, some of these players are getting 40, 50 in a season now. Most players ain't get that in their career. We talking about 40 and 50 a season. Them franchise, $100 million contract is not the max no more.
I mean, honestly, that's really like the
that's like the baseline.
That's like the baseline.
That's like the baseline to like getting to the real the new max now.
Yeah. Because back then it used to be like if you got 50 mil, that was your base to get to the 100 mil.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But now it's like nigga,
when Bron and them was getting their first rookie extensions, they was 90 million. Did we talk about 05, 06? That was life-changing money then. These niggas now, 21, 22, getting life-changing money on their first contract, Marcus.
Jalen Green.
They getting $103 million on their first contract. That's life-changing, and it's all guaranteed. That's life-changing money. You could get another one at 24. You could get another one at 28. You could get another one at 32.
You got the potential to probably cap out maybe 500 mil. 500 mil throughout your whole career. And this ain't even counting them niggas like the Jason Tatums of the world and the Luka these niggas.
Fortunate for KD and them, they was able to get some of that.
Yeah.
On the tail, and they were still able to get some of them max kind of like them 40 million in the season. Yeah. But KD came in and when it was the 90 was the max.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You mean to tell me now I invest all this fucking money in you need 2 years for ACL recovery?
No.
And I extended you?
No,
sir.
You better, nigga. You better put them New Balance on now, nigga. Oh. You better put them fucking New Balance on right now and hit the court.
Man. I'm not rolling, bro. I'm not rolling.
We done gave them niggas power, man. I'm kind of, because at first I wasn't with you on that, but as things go on and I start to see things, I'm like, all right, this is what Mike talking about now. Because that Joel Embiid shit really had me like, all right, so. Because I remember when you first sent that shit in the group chat, I'm like, damn. This is exactly what this nigga was talking about. This is exactly what this nigga was talking about.
Bro, they playing games, bro. You can't tell me I invest 90, getting damn near. I just extended you, Kawhi.
Yeah.
I just fucking extended you. You telling me coming off the 20 and not dating back, he was still under his initial contract. Bruh, there's no way the Clippers would have extended him if they knew that man wasn't right. You playing games, bruh. Yeah. Then on top of that, if your knee is bad, the knee is bad. But don't act like we didn't trust you, nigga. We extended you.
Yeah. That is crazy because
the Clippers extended this nigga.
Even with them knowing the situation, they still extended you. So you can't blame the Clippers because
they just extended this nigga.
They got all the faith that you will be a professional and, do what you have to do to get back on the court. And now you're saying, I'm not going to be back indefinitely. We don't even know what the fuck indefinitely is. Like, indefinitely could be 2 months. Definitely could be damn near the whole year.
Bruh, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. And he been pulling the wool over niggas' eyes for years now. Now with the cat is out. The lawsuit didn't help him, in my opinion. What the trainer said. No. The trainer saying that his initial diagnosis for 2 years, that's not helping y'all case in my eyes.
Nah.
You want to get on the Clippers for malpractice? Nigga, please. We invested all this fucking money in you. You think we want you to be hurt?
It's like we gave you everything.
We gave you everything, bro.
Yeah. On a bad knee. We still gave you everything. Yeah, man.
Get the fuck out of here. I never heard of no shit
like I said, man, the only person I feel sorry
2 years for an ACL. I believe Lonzo Ball needed the time that he needed because I believe his knee was cooked.
Yeah.
2 years for ACL?
The only person I feel sorry for is Steve Ballmer because I know Steve Ballmer invested his money, his time. They got a new stadium built. He thinking, oh, man, I'm about to have Harden, fucking Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. We about to have this shit turned into stadium. We about to have this shit turned.
I'm not rolling.
Now there's only one left. And then there's only one.
I'm not rolling, bro. That is fucking madness, Marcus.
That is crazy, bro. 2 years for ACL is ridiculous, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. 2 years for ACL. You gotta start asking once you see that because I'm pretty sure with the diagnosis, like, nigga, what? Two years.
And let's be honest here. Let's say that was the case. They still extended him. Why did they extend him, Marcus? What team would extend a nigga knowing that he's damaged goods to that realm.
He would have had to either told them something or showed them something and be like, "Hey, I'm still straight.
Thank you.
I'm still straight.
Thank you."
So you finessing niggas just to get the deal. Then once you get the deal,
now all of a sudden
I ain't playing. Yeah.
Then your trainer want to circle around and hit me with a lawsuit.
Yeah, fuck them niggas, bro. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If I was the Clippers, I would be like, man, nigga, fuck this nigga, bro.
Hell no.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of with you on this one. Like, yeah, drop, bro.
Nah, hell no.
I was with once the extension happened. It's like, all right, you had to have done something to show.
Hell no. You would have had exactly. Yeah. Conversations was had. Promises were made. I mean, he said it last year. Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to go. When Kawhi tore his meniscus last year and we heard from him in the summer, he said he was good. I'm back right. I'm ready to play all 82. Bruh, stop it. Yeah. Stop it. Now you out. Yeah. You out for the foreseeable future for knee inflammation. I believe he's hurt. Don't get me wrong. But let's stop playing games and act like it's all on the Clippers for trying not to get you right. I 100% believe the Clippers have been doing everything in their power to get you back right.
I think, yeah. All for that, just for them to be like, bro, I can't run. I can't go today. Like, damn, nigga, when can you go? When are we going to actually get some return on our investment? You know what I'm saying? No. And them niggas ain't never get the return on the investment.
No, hell no. Hell no. I'm not rolling.
Yeah.
I can't buy that. I can't buy that with Kawhi. Cause he been missing time.
Yeah.
He been missing time, bro. He been missing time. The nigga tore his ACL 2021. You telling me you couldn't come back until 2023?
But man, it's a fucked up spot because like I said, you tear the ACL, they're telling you it's 2 years, which I don't, like you said, ACL injury 2 years. That's okay. So did the trainer? Did their medical?
The trainer told them that would be the diagnosis. That would be the time frame for him to recover was 2 years. While still getting paid all that money?
Nah, it was like we need to get. But at the same time, it's like, bro, for the trainer, I ain't never heard of a nigga taking 2 years for a fucking ACL. So it's like, did the trainer and Kawhi conspire together and be like, hey man, I think I might need some extra time, one, to recover, but maybe something else. I don't know, man. That shit just 2 years for ACL injury, that don't really sound right. Having, all of pretty much the whole everything in the, everything ride on, bruh, just for him to be out for 2 years. I can see how the Clippers were trying to like, oh man, we need to, because you got to think, they're thinking of their bottom line, which is, winning, of course, is one thing, but making money is also, the bottom line. You know what I'm saying? So Kawhi gone for 2 years, ticket sales might drop. Motherfuckers might not want to come play with us. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that kind of go in with that. So I could kind of see the Clippers trying to save face, but at the end of the day, it just ended up biting them in the ass.
Marcus, you tear your ACL May 2021. You telling me you can't come back till October 2023?
You should be able to come back May or June of 2022. You should have came back. You should have come back around. And I can't judge nobody's body, but if we're going off the average of an ACL tear in the NBA in 2020, in the new age of new technology, new medicine, all of that shit, it should only be a year and a half tops. The most. I don't even want to say year. It really should just be a year.
A year.
It really
should
be
some change. I give you some change.
A year and 3 months or some shit like that. It shouldn't be.
But he already took the year off though, Marcus. He didn't play all the 2021-2022 season. He didn't play that season.
Yeah.
He took that whole season off. He came back 2022. He hurt his meniscus in May of 2023 versus when he was killing. Remember, he was killing that series.
Yeah, he was.
He played the first 2 games, and then we just get the bomb. Oh, Kawhi Leonard out for the rest of
I remember that, yeah.
God damn, bruh. Looking like the best player on the court.
Yeah, because when he's healthy, he's top 5. Easily. He's top 5. And that's also crazy because it's like he knows when he's at his healthiest, then he can go when when he knows he's top 5. And that's the thing. I used to, Stephen A always say when Kawhi Leonard is healthy, he's top 5. It's like he can lean on that because it's like, well, yeah, I'm hurt, but niggas know what I am when I'm not hurt.
Yeah, but that's always been the thing with Kawhi. We passed that now, bro. I've invested way too much money in you.
I'm gonna lie, man. Just off the injury alone, man, I think it's really time to consider retirement because I just don't think his body is not there no more, bro. And I feel like it ain't been there for I like I said, I feel like in that Toronto run, I feel like his knee was. I felt like it could have been something, fucked up with the knee, but they kept trying to, try to extend it out, load management, all this other shit. And at the inevitable, bro, the body's not gonna lie. It's the bitch breaking down. So whether the main thing would if it and let's just say if it would have took 2 years. And if we would have took 2 years for him to fall back, for us to get 5 or 6 years of productivity, then maybe that might have been what just had to get done. But for you to try to go and extend it.
That motherfucker was low managing in Toronto. Him sitting out 2 years wouldn't have guaranteed me no 5 years, bro. There's no way because he played 6. I'm just speaking of facts. He was low managing in Toronto, bro. Mm-hmm. This off the heels again of that Spurs fiasco.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you was only gonna get 60 games out this motherfucker anyway. Then what we all know one of the biggest stipulations with him signing with the Clippers was he had to low manage.
Yeah. That was the biggest thing.
That was the biggest thing. Would he be able to low manage? Mm-hmm. So you've been getting by with whatever the fuck you had going on with your knee. Mm-hmm. Because, in my opinion, now the shit got worse after that championship.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I feel.
That's what I'm thinking now. Mm-hmm. The shit got worse after that whole shit. Mm-hmm. Because what have you done since then? The COVID helped you. Mm-hmm. Looking back, that shit helped you.
Because if he would have had to go and return and play right after that shit, he probably would have got hurt way sooner. We probably would have found
April.
Yeah.
March. Because when we shut down, March.
Yeah.
April.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have made it through that whole playoff run, bro.
Nah.
And he was low managing in. You taking two years off in the midst of, nigga, that's your prime.
How old is Kawhi now?
Kawhi is 30. We the same age. All three of us are the same age.
We 33?
Kawhi was born June 28th.
Yeah.
We all 33, my nigga. Yeah. He signed when he was 28.
Yeah, man.
You expect the Clippers. You come to me now when you 30 and tell me you'll be 32 when you be back.
You damn near you've kind of fading out your prime.
You exactly, bro.
Yeah, so
this ain't early. This ain't when you 21, 22.
Yeah, cause that would have been fucked either way.
You been fucked.
Yeah, he would have been fucked either way. Either way, that whole situation. As an athlete, I understand, you trying to get the most out your body, you trying to get the bread. I can understand that, but sometimes, dog, you got to look at that shit for what it is, bro. My shit shot, my nigga. I'm shot.
I'm
shot. My knee is shot, but I can understand.
But don't keep the franchise on a leash.
Yeah, but that's what he did. You're saying.
You get what I'm saying? That's the accountability aspect I'm talking about. Don't play around and keep the franchise on the leash, knowing that they paying you and holding out hope. That's all you feeding them is hope, and you not holding up your end.
I think he might have pushed the Clippers back maybe about 10 years, 15 years. You might have pushed the Clippers back about 10 years, bro. As far because the Clippers were close, my nigga. The Clippers were kind of close. The Clippers don't have draft picks. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, if you look at what they're rolling out now, they think the starting lineup, what? James Harden, fucking
Terrence Mann, Norman Powell, Zubac, and somebody else. I can't remember.
That's not a playoff team.
They're not no championship
That's
contender.
That's not a championship contender.
That. But guess what Kawhi doing? He on the sidelines at the games, chilling.
But at the same time, he already got his 2 rings. No, nobody else on that motherfucking team got rings.
Here's my thing, right? Here's what I do if I'm the Clippers. Let's say we got a roll with Kawhi, right? Mm-hmm. You ain't coming back till April. Fuck it. Because you might get hurt in the playoffs anyway. You might as well hold your ass out until April. Get you a couple of weeks in before the playoffs
my nigga,
start.
They might not even make it to the playoffs, bro.
No, I'm just saying, if I'm them in this position, putting them out there now ain't going to do no fucking justice. So we might as well try to ride this out on a high note as much as high we can get. Don't play his ass until April. And see if you can get somewhat of a playoff run out of him. Somewhat.
You might can get playing, but the West is tough this year. If Kawhi sits till April, bro, it's a high chance these niggas will not make it in the playoffs, bro. If Kawhi don't play until April, I'm not even a high chance. I'm for sure they're not going to make it to the playoffs. It's no way. It's impossible. With the team they have constructed right now, if they think that they can go through the West, if they can go through the West and wait till fucking April to get this nigga back? No way. It's too many good young teams in the West.
I feel you. I still think they can sneak in. But what I'm saying is at this point, bro, you on the books with him until 20. There's no way the Clippers extend him if they know they extend the seriousness of his knee.
Nah.
No team does that. No team does that.
Nah.
No team does that. No team does that. Especially off the injuries they already haven't been dealing with Kawhi.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna.
So a conversation was had and some promises was made on his side.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Because there's no way they would have extended him out to 2027.
And people should have known something was wild when he was like, yeah, I'm going to play all 82 games. Like, all right, nigga. Like, all right. If you would have said like 70, I would have been like, all right, Kawhi, he might could do that. But nigga,
Cap.
Even 70 cap.
Cap. El Capitan, Captain Crunch. Captain D's. Capital One Bowl. Capital One credit card. All that. Knock it off, man. So how you, before we get out of here, how you feel about your coaching so far with the Lakers?
Man, I know I was very critical on I think one of the last couple podcasts ago, but hey man, we looking good. We looking real good right now. I like the way we being coached. I like everything that we got going on. And I knew we had a change, and I knew something was different from that Phoenix game on Friday. Because like I was talking to you earlier before the podcast, those are games that we typically last year would have lost. Mm-hmm. Even though if we would have came back, we typically would have lost. AD seems way more engaged. Mm-hmm. LeBron, of course, is always going to be LeBron, but AD seems engaged. For one, it looks like they're swinging the ball. It's not stagnant.
Yeah,
Jj Reddick,
a lot of passing. One possession, 7 passes were made.
Passing, getting the team involved, getting everybody touches. Austin Reeves is playing well at this point. Like, we look real good, man, as far as our coaching, because we got somebody who he's a player. He's young enough to identify with players, but he still comes from the school of X's and O's, mm-hmm. The whole thing where, where people like to put the label on with people who are not good X's and O's coaches. Oh, he's a player. He's a player's coach. Now we got somebody who's a little bit of both. So with that being said, I could see us, I'm going to make this declaration right now. Western Conference Finals.
All right, there you have it.
Western Conference Finals.
Got to see how it play out. I mean, it's so early. I don't really get too much burn until January, so, good to see you in good spirits,
man. Because usually I'm like, man,
3-0 for the first time since 2011.
I know for sure, bro. We 3-0 since 2011. Like I said, we got good pieces. I think the D'Angelo Russell thing might be the only thing that's kind of like, yeah. If we could kind of slide off, bro, and maybe get somebody who's better at that spot, then we'll. I could see us in the Western Conference Finals, man. I don't really know about our bench play as much. I like Dalton Connect, the rookie. We might have to, maybe beef the bench up a little bit. I don't know, maybe a little bit. But I think we're playing so well right now, and everybody's touching the rock. Last time I looked at from the last game from the Kings, I looked at the box score. We had like at least 6 niggas in double figures, bro. Mm-hmm. I never saw that with Darvin Ham, my nigga. I never saw that. And it's like, man, you could just see the difference as far as the defensive energy, the AD, my main thing. AD finally like, okay, I'm the guy. Go through me. JJ having all the confidence to go through Anthony Davis. And I also think JJ might have played with him in New Orleans. I mean, when it was in New Orleans, so it's a familiarity there. Like AD had like what? He had like 30 and something last night. No, LeBron had a triple-double, but I think
AD had 32.
He had 32. Oh, man, that's 3 games.
LeBron had a 30-point triple-double.
3 games back-to-back AD, 30+.
Yeah, he's starting to understand that he's a dog.
Finally.
Not Mr. Every Other Game.
Finally. You know what I'm saying? But it takes somebody to get that.
But definitely keep that consistency. Like I said, it's a long season.
It is a long season, but the way we playing, bro, we look good. And typically, like I said, the reason why I'm so optimistic about this season is because the game we had against Phoenix on Friday, like I said, those were games that we typically would have lost. But we won that. And not only did we win, we actually would beat them by double digits at the end. We beat them by like damn near 15.
Word.
So I know for a fact that through adversity, I got a squad that can get through that. Because last year we would fall down, get up, lose at the end. nowadays we're finishing out.
Right.
So Western Conference Finals.
All right. So yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got for y'all, man. Like I always say every week, man, y'all be safe out here. Continue to run it up. Put in that work. Appreciate the work that you're putting in real time. Don't get caught up in comparing yourself to others because you never know how people live in their lives. There's a lot of faking. It's a lot of faking the funk out here. It's a lot of posing, acting like they really living a certain life. You are doing great. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't get too down on yourselves when you don't accomplish something. Just keep your head down and keep pushing, bro. That's all I got.
Hey, man, just co-sign what my dog was saying, man. Just, everything ain't what it seemed to be. Just keep going running your race, and what will happen for you will happen with you. Will happen to you. Yeah.
Definitely. So like we say every week, man, if you hear anything on the show that gets you in your feelings, you feeling some type of way, always remember, we're just some messengers.
You out.